Oh, by the way, look at the, see the microphone? I pulled a total MacGyver. You look at the microphone up on the sun visor.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Oh, son of a
Fucking
gun.
Billy, dude.
Man, again, man.
Dude, what is
See,
up with you?
in video number 6 that I'm going to give you today,
Jesus Christ, Billy.
that happened in the last one where I put the wizard hat on you, which you haven't seen yet.
Fuck, Billy, how can you not get something going?
Oh, because it's not, you know what? See, the last one in the video, I told you I'm a greasy kind of guy.
Fuck.
The audience doesn't know this yet, but they're going to find out.
Damn it, Billy.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
There we go.
No more
Nice and
cussing
good.
either, Billy.
I need to get another, you know, it's funny, yesterday you were on the air with Fred Rees.
Yeah.
And then he said something like, and you said, I don't like cussing at all.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, you're a sailor up on these videos, left and right and this and that, you know.
It's the one time I do get to cuss, Billy.
Well,
I mean, shit.
let it fly,
I'm on
right?
the air, you know, for 3 hours a day, and then I don't get to say, I have to say poop instead
You
of
feel
shit.
the impulse to want to curse
I have to
on
say
the air?
dang instead of, huh?
Do you feel the impulse to want to curse when you're on the air?
No, it's very easy. I don't have that impulse at all.
That's good, though.
Yeah,
I think some people have the impulse to do it. It must be hard for them.
They're impulsive cussers.
Ah, yes.
They
Yes,
are.
they are.
Have you ever heard, you probably never read the story called The Foghorn by Ray Bradbury?
No, I've not.
Okay. It's about this guy. He's a lighthouse keeper, right? There's two of them. One guy has been keeping track. He goes to the lighthouse during this one time of year. When he goes every year, he notices that there's a creature out there. There's a creature that responds to the foghorn on the lighthouse.
Oh, interesting.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And it's the last of its kind, so it's looking for a mate. It's looking for someone to mate with or someone to hang out with, right?
Uh-huh.
And it comes back to the lighthouse thinking that this is a mate and maybe it can hang and do whatever. And so on a stormy night, the monster figures, you know, I'm going to go and try to greet this thing. So he goes up there, leans on the lighthouse, knocks it down, and becomes fucking furious, dude. Becomes furious and kind of heartbroken, takes off in the ocean and like.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you want to do a takeoff of that, maybe? Something like that?
I want to do something like that, yeah, but do it like a 5-minute skit. And not get too complex into it, and maybe change it to the scenery of they call it the Walton Lighthouse right here in Santa Cruz, right down the jetty.
Cool, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I was sitting in my room, Dave, and I was preparing for the show, and I didn't have anything.
Any what?
Material. The show prep or material.
That's not good, William.
And then I thought, you know what? I need to write a skit, and then I wrote it.
You could do it like that?
Yeah, I did like that.
Wow.
The skit doesn't have an ending, but we're going to talk about it. We're just going to play with it. It's an open-ended skit.
Are we just going to end it, go improv and just end it?
It's the ice cream man. You and Jack Stein go down to the boardwalk, and you see an ice cream truck.
Okay.
And you're like, I want to get ice cream. So you go, and it's the guy from the carnival that you saw before.
Okay.
That guy who tried to put a curse on you.
Yeah.
So it's that same character, and you actually don't recognize me at first, and then Jack Stein gets angry at me. Then you recognize me. You're that con man. And I'm like, no, it's not me. You're like, take my ice creams, huh? And then maybe I just run off or something. Like, it's not even my truck, maybe, I was thinking. To end it, like, you'll see it. But it's very easy to end it. It can go one of a couple
what I would
ways.
like to do? I would like to give a free t-shirt to anybody who sends me a message about this video. So when you get it edited, Billy, if someone sends me a text message to 831-218-5726.
Yeah, there you go. I can put the number on the screen.
Right. I'll give them a free t-shirt.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll even send it to them.
Nice. That's awesome.
Only one,
actually.
though, because I can't afford to do
one of the black ones or what?
Yeah.
Okay, these are the black ones are awesome. You just give me this one here the other day. I love this black sweater. It's awesome.
Dude, I got some nice
black
stuff.
ones.
I got some nice Flight 1080 beanies too, which I haven't shown anybody.
Oh,
I got them yesterday.
Cool.
Today's gonna be really nuts, though, dude.
It is gonna be nuts.
It's gonna be nuts.
You got time to get some cigarettes up here at the
How about the store?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because the sound is like one other issue. Cigarette.
God
Oh, son of a gun!
That scares the
Dang
shit
it!
out of me,
Right
Billy.
when, I'm gonna have to fix that. Right when I was trying to light the
gonna break,
cigarette, it was like it wanted a cigarette. Oh man, this is not good. Okay. You know what actually, if I put a case on it, that would hold it in there. That's what I'll do.
Or if
I'll
just
get one of those
fucking,
cheap
just
cases.
clean the phone off and stick it on there the right way.
No, it was. I think it just doesn't.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Whoa, dude, and everything. Now you're influencing my gear, Billy. God damn it. Now
Oops.
now I need to get an
It's
epoxy.
me. I'm greasy. I'm giving off grease, and I don't know.
It needs an epoxy.
I thought it had a suction cup on it. Huh.
No, it's just a magnet stuck onto the back of a GoPro thing.
Oh.
But obviously, I need to get some epoxy, and do it that way, because that's not going to cut it. Goodness,
Yeah, we
man,
got gear
dude.
falling off. We
Look
got
at that.
cameras. Holy mother of God!
Jesus.
We almost saw. What did we see, Dave?
Yeah, unicorn.
What is that? Oh, unicorn. Saw a unicorn out.
Okay. That should be the last time we have to fuck with that.
Nothing's. We're gonna have a good show here.
Yeah, things are
This is
gonna
be the show. This is the take a listen. This is gonna be the show right up here, folks, for March 8th, Friday, 2019. Take a listen. We're gonna be doing a live skit, and the live skit is called "The Ice Cream Man." So look for it.
479-1080. You're listening to Flight 1080 KSCO Santa Cruz, and we are in the air. We are in the air with some birthday music. Gary Newman, born on this day, did I close it out? 1958. 1958, Gary Newman. Happy birthday to Gary if he's listening, but he's probably not, Jack, because he probably hasn't downloaded the app for his smartphone. KSCO has an app. Don't forget to download that. Great sound no matter where you are. As long as you have a cell phone reception, a cell phone signal, you will have excellent sound. Download the app for your phone.
Isn't Gary Newman, is he either died or he's in Cuba? I don't remember Gary Newman.
I don't know. I don't see that he's passed away here, but I don't know.
Well, he got arrested for. No, wait, that was Gary Glitter. I'm way off.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Poor Gary.
Yeah, I'm talking
Gary
about
Newman didn't do anything to anybody. You're listening to Flight 1080 KSCO Santa Cruz. Good to see you, Jack.
Hey, good to see you too, Dave.
Billy Army's running around here somewhere. He's got a skit that we're going to be doing in the 5 o'clock hour.
Outside, Dave.
There he is. He's running in now.
Outside because the big boss man is out there. MZ.
See, this is what Billy does. When the boss man comes, he doesn't even talk into the mic.
This flight's had some turbulence.
Put your headphones on, Billy, so you can hear.
Unexpected turbulence due to a malicious
Put your headphones on, Billy.
malware. Yes, David. Headphones on.
You're listening to
I'm in
AM 1080
flight. This is
KSCO
Billy
Santa Cruz.
Army.
Okay, so we don't have any commercials at the time, but let me just, I want to recognize a few people here, a few of our advertisers. One is Dr. He is a dentist with a very hard name to say, but he has very, very great plans. He even takes Medicare. I'm talking about the dentist, Dr. Matyasevich.
No, it's Matastovich.
Well, then that's not the way it's spelled here.
It's Dr. Matastovich.
M-A-T-I-A, that's Mattia Sevich.
No, it's pronounced Matastovich, though.
Does he know that? Does he know that?
No.
Listen, listen, that's probably why he picked an easy website like SantaCruzDentist.com.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to worry about spelling his name. Go to SantaCruzDentist.com. If you don't own a computer, find somebody who does. If you're a senior citizen, he proudly takes Medicare, which is great. Dr.
Matastovich.
Matastovich, Dave.
Hey, Dave,
Matastovich.
can I do an impromptu spot as well?
Yes, absolutely.
You know, user-friendly computing at 505 River Street in
Right.
Santa Cruz, California. Those guys, I took them my mom's old computer, like 15 years old. It was dead. And I said, hey, my mom's got a bunch of photos on here. Would you mind pulling them off? And they said, we'll pull everything. We'll get everything. They did it. I said, hey, I can't pick up the computer. And it was like 5 days. I said, I can't be back for 5 days. They said, don't even worry about it. They said, give us a call at 831-423-9653 when you want to come pick it up. Very reasonable. And you get a $50 discount when you mention KSCO.
9653.
Yes, it's 831-423-9653.
Oh, my God.
They're great guys.
That spells woke. Did you know that? Does it? Yeah, woke. W-O-K-E. And then what's the number now?
831-423-9653. They can fix anything. It's amazing.
Woke.
Yeah.
That's user-friendly computing. Dude, they do excellent work. When I was going to buy a computer for my son, he likes to play these video games.
Yeah.
User-friendly, I had gone over there to buy a computer from them, and they told us, they go, well, you know what? These are the parts you should order from this company. You can get it at a much more reasonable price a computer that does what you want it to do. Right?
Specifically for gaming, Dave?
But what the point here, Billy, is that it wasn't about money for them. It was about providing the customer with the information that serves them best.
Oh, excellent.
Even if it means that they're not going to make whatever.
Customer service these days is a lost art.
That's what I'm saying, Billy.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yes.
But
I've been there a few times.
it's not lost on user-friendly computing, who I personally, and I thank them, and Mama J thanks them.
Nice.
So,
User-friendly computing and Dr.
Matastovich.
We want to recognize those advertisers, and we encourage you to sponsor them, to go down there and do business with these guys, any of our sponsors, and all of our sponsors. We appreciate that. Right, MZ?
Hey, MZ.
Except whom?
Oh, no, that mic looks like it's dead.
No, it's okay. I had it turned down. Okay, that's right.
Except whom?
Except whom what?
Go to all the sponsors.
Go to all of our
except whom.
sponsors, whether it's a Santa Cruz
No
Sentinel,
exceptions,
Coast
right?
Paper Supply.
Just wanted to make sure of
Yes,
that. I didn't want to make sure
absolutely.
that I didn't want to leave our audience with any question.
No, you can always go and even if you don't need to buy anything, just tell them you heard them on KSCO. That helps us out too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So what are you doing here, MZ?
Well, I decided to come and say hello and get some billboards going here for the benefit of the audience that doesn't know what a billboard is. A billboard is this portion of Flight 1080 is presented by da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really effective.
Yeah,
really economical too.
And we have quite a number of new people who are new sponsors who are buying billboards.
Good.
We need to get them into the log, as we say.
Okay.
So I'm here to visit our business manager, Carol.
Now, one of the best kept secrets, I shouldn't even. The billboards are fantastic. It's a fantastic deal, and I think they're probably the most effective way of advertising is billboards.
Probably because people really appreciate people who sponsor specific programs, not just run an ad in the program,
Right.
but actually sponsor the program.
Yeah.
Because the sponsors make the program possible.
So how do they go? So say I have a friend who owns a business. How can I help him to advertise on KSCO?
There's two ways. You
Okay.
can go in. You can go to growwithksco.com yourself and buy some billboards to gift the person. And you can just type in a little 2 or 3 sentence message about the business, and then a slogan or two about the business, something that can be read in live by you or one of the other hosts or me or whatever, whomever, in 15 seconds or less.
That's a great idea.
And then you can just buy as many as you want. You can buy 1, you can buy 20, you can buy 100,
We'll make room for 'em.
Exactly.
Now, are there restrictions, MZ, on what you can make the person say? Are there rules?
Well,
to the content?
don't use profanity.
Oh, no, of course
don't
not.
swear at our audience or anything like that.
Right.
If we reserve the right to reject any and all
Now,
copy.
MZ, when you say bulletin boards, now could this be applied? Let's say it
Not
was,
bulletin
it was
boards,
someone
billboards.
If it was someone's birthday or anniversary, could
Absolutely.
you do that? Like
Why
happy
not?
birthday to so and so.
Why not?
I love you so and so much. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that's cool.
anything you want. You know,
Nice.
just be able to announce it in 15 seconds or less.
Could you buy a spot to talk trash about your ex?
Yes.
I love
Really?
that.
Yeah, that
Yes.
would be great.
Absolutely.
Right? So and so
On
is
the
such a
Facebook
total
page.
hooch,
Yeah.
or just a total tramp, or whatever they. I don't know what the terms are. I don't know.
Whatever you want, Dave, and whatever anybody wants. As long as
like
they
it.
don't say anything that will get us fined or sued.
All right.
Right.
Okay?
Well, we'll catch that before we put it on the air. We'll
Yeah, exactly.
proofread and
You
all
type in the words right when you're on the website. Growwithksco.com. And you pay for it with a credit card. And you tell us how many billboards you want and where you want them, what shows you want them in.
I don't even have to come down to the radio station.
No.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to email us, if you want to voice it yourself and email us the audio in, it doesn't sound hummy or buzzy or
Right.
good technical audio quality. You can do that too. No extra charge for that. But what we don't want to do is take up our production time here because Billy is getting busier and busier and busier, and pretty soon he's not going to have any time to go he's not going to have any time to go home. He's not going to have any time
I think
to
he's going to be
sleep.
spending the night here tonight too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
because
man.
we are so busy with new business. It's unbelievable.
This is great. This is
Yeah.
great.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right, Dave.
Good.
Excellent.
Sounds good. MZ, are you down? Are you okay with filling in some plays in our skits, some places in our skits that we have upcoming?
Yes.
Was that something
MZ,
you'd be interested
today?
in?
Not today,
not
MZ,
today.
but
Of
for an
course.
upcoming episode, I'd like to have you play an ambassador of a planet in an upcoming episode
Billy,
of Starflight.
Billy,
with Dave Michaels, Jack
I
Stein,
have
and myself.
I have been hanging out with a friend of mine who who lives in L.A. now.
Yeah.
Visits up here because he's a serial entrepreneur. He visits up here every couple of weeks, and so he's been telling me all about his acting career.
Oh, nice.
Because he's getting more and more jobs as an actor.
Excellent.
And commercials and movies.
Has he been in something
and-
we would know, the audience would know off the top of our heads?
Probably, but I don't know right off the. He's going to be here on Wednesday.
Okay.
Probably Wednesday and Thursday. Maybe he'll be on Flight 1080. I'm talking about Scott. You know Scott.
Yeah, I know Scott. Yeah.
And so, maybe we'll do that. Tomorrow, I am going to play on the Saturday special one of my most memorable things on television ever. And it was.
Let me see if I can guess. Your most memorable thing on. Give me a time period.
Probably 1970.
1970. Does it involve
70,
music?
72. No,
It doesn't.
no. It involves a talk show. It involves a late night
1970
talk show.
1970 something. You know, I want to go with Carson, but I don't think it's Carson.
Pretty warm. The guy worked
I'm feeling
for Carson.
is it Jack Parr?
No.
No, it's there's another fellow, and he's escaping my mind.
Yeah, he's still alive, and he just turned 80.
Dick Cavett?
Yeah.
Dick
Really?
Cavett. Okay.
Yeah, from the Dick. I'm going to play. I think it's an 11-minute clip from my all-time favorite Dick Cavett show.
He had a fun
Okay.
show. I'm curious.
Oh, yeah. It was so controversial. And I remember lots of them, but this is the one I remember the most. I've been looking for it for years on YouTube, and it finally showed up the day before yesterday.
All right. And you don't want to spoil it with telling us who the guest was on
I
that
will.
show.
It's no big deal. Governor Lester Maddox of
Governor Lester
of
Maddox.
Georgia.
Huh.
And he got pissed off and walked off the show.
Wow.
Yeah, and the show, it's a riveting broadcast. And the interesting thing is, I was riveted when I was 20, whatever I was, or 19. I don't know how old I was. I got to figure out. I can't remember exactly what the date was, but it was like between 70 and 72, I think. And I remember being so riveted then. I was riveted now, but I'm thinking a little differently about it now. And that's what's really fascinating.
I see.
So I'm probably going to open the show with that tomorrow, or play it sometime. Maybe I'll play it later in the first hour or the second hour or something like that. But I'm sure there will be a lot of people in the audience who saw that broadcast live.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, and I'll be interested in what they have to say. And what else will we talk about? I don't know. We'll put it out there right now, Dave, to the Flight 1080 audience.
All right.
I won't have any guests. It's just going to be me and the audience. And
Are you going to pleasure the audience with some of your karaoke singing?
Or just pleasure your yeah.
no,
I didn't want to say it. I'll leave it to
simply pleasure the audience.
Right, just pleasure the audience.
Yeah.
Now, I have a friend who's a vocal coach, MZ, and I've been wanting to get him to come on to Flight 1080 with you and give you some singing lessons on
Let's
the air.
do it.
You want to do that?
I definitely need
Dave,
it.
would you
Although
allow
I will
that to happen,
say,
or would that be too torturous for the
No,
audience?
that'll be okay.
I think it'd be a fun
what
time.
I will say is when I drive between here and World Headquarters, or between World Headquarters and here,
Which is in San Francisco.
yeah, San Francisco, I listen to my kind of music, which is the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And just about every trip I get at least one, maybe two or three songs that come up that I say, I'll bet I could do that. And then when I get home, I type it in and see if there's a Google, a
Good
YouTube
karaoke
karaoke,
Yeah.
so that has the lyrics on it. And there usually is, and then I email it to myself.
Nice.
So there's a whole bunch of them, and if the program gets really boring tomorrow, I'll just do that. You know?
Right. Excellent.
And like I used to threaten people if we didn't get enough phone calls, and then it would light up. But it doesn't do that so much anymore. So it must mean that I'm getting better and that people really want to hear me. Or does
I
it
don't know if
mean that we've
I don't
killed
know
the
if that's what
audience
that means.
altogether?
Later on, we'll talk when no one
Okay.
else is around. And
We'll
all.
kill the audience, but not kill the audience. Kill the. We might probably maybe I did kill off the audience.
No, well, I think some songs you sing are better than others. You know, given the quality of your voice.
What do you think I'd do a good one? I mean, just name a.
Well, a good one. That's stretching it, but let's go with something gravelly. Like you're like a Tom Waits. I like to hear you do a Tom Waits song. Actually,
Don't even
that's
know
what
who you're talking
say.
about.
You probably wouldn't like him, but you like rock and roll music, basically.
50s,
right?
60s, 70s.
Yeah, pure rock and roll stuff.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
because that's all I know, really. Dave, I'm amazed that Dave, who's 20 years younger than me, likes a lot of the same music and even knows a lot of the same music that I do. How is that,
Music
Dave?
is great. I mean,
rock and roll.
Yeah, good music
the
is
best
good.
music. It's the best music. There's probably some good music in the 80s and 90s and
Oh, definitely.
Sure.
Oh, there's good.
but I don't
releases.
know of any of it.
I bet you'd know some if you heard them on the radio. You might not know the names of the artists, but you probably recognize the top hits, right? Because you've been around radio so long.
I heard a Barry Manilow song on this last trip.
Okay, which one? I don't know stuff too well.
I write the songs.
That's a great song.
I don't know if I remember that.
And
one.
I thought, and I've heard that song, and I figured I could do it without having to see the lyrics, but it helps to see the lyrics.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I found it, and I did it, and it was pretty good, and I was able to belt it out, and from the diaphragm, right? Just because, that guy's an amazing singer.
What about stuff from like Billy Joel in the '80s? Because he
I
was
love
huge.
that. Yeah,
see, there you go, '80s. Bernie Taupin was his writer.
Just the way you are.
Right, all that stuff with Billy Joel and Bernie Taupin as writer was fantastic
I
stuff.
love that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's '80s. So that's a little bit later.
Was that Billy Joel
That was Billy Joel.
I
Absolutely.
know that was Billy Joel, but was it him in the 80s?
It was him in the '80s.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
late
Well, then I-
'70s to early mid '80s. Even up to late '80s actually was pretty
When
huge.
was Grease? Grease was early 80s, huh?
Oh yeah,
Grease, I don't think
early
so.
'80s.
No,
Yeah.
that was earlier than the '80s, wasn't it?
I don't.
I would
Grease?
love to do Grease like Frankie Valli.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be a good. That would
I'm
be
gonna
cool.
work on it.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good, MZ.
So anyhow, who knows what's going to happen if we get a bunch of, and I might talk about comfort women tomorrow.
What's
The Japanese, right? Japanese women.
What's that, MZ?
You've never heard of comfort women.
No.
You've heard of comfort women, Dave, but you're
Yes.
not sure. What do you think?
I know it was either Chinese or Japanese women that were taken by the other and used as servants, sometimes sexually.
All the time, sexually.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this
But
is
people
a
have
big
the
thing.
Wrong idea. It is a big thing. I met a new friend, a lady who became a new friend, who it turns out is a retired judge from San Francisco, who is so passionate about this topic, about enlightening people, about the true plight of the comfort women in World War II.
And they were Japanese or Chinese?
Chinese.
They were Chinese.
Yeah. And Korean. And the whole thing, it was part of the whole Korean War and World War II and so forth. But there's a lot to learn about it. And I hadn't even heard of it. I mean, I hate to say it, but and now I'm learning about it. And we're going to do a Saturday special probably sometime in the month of April. When these two retired judge ladies from San Francisco will be on together. Okay?
Wow.
So, so I'm learning a lot of stuff. And that's what I think talk radio should be used to enlighten people about history and maybe solve community problems. And I'm just so sick of this love Trump, hate Trump, and all. Aren't you sick of it?
Yeah, it's too much of it. I like the idea of educating everybody, but also we're going to do MZ, and we get a chance in the park. We're going to do some parking lot sports out there in the parking lot, and we're going to do a game called Toilet Plunger Hole, and it's a takeoff of the game Cornhole. I'm still trying to convince Dave of it.
It's a horrible idea, Billy. It's going to flop. It's going to be terrible.
Well, if it flops, it can only flop for as long as the microphone is potted up outside. So,
All right.
It might work
479-1080. We'll get back with in the air. Hanging out today with Billy Army. Billy, are you there?
I am here, David.
Also hanging out with MZ. MZ,
Hi, folks.
are you there?
Hi, folks.
What's going on, MZ? Is there anything you want to talk about? I have some headlines here, but
No, you guys go for it, and I'm going to go for a little walk and
nice.
get some exercise.
All right. Which way are you headed?
Maybe I'll be back later on.
Maybe somebody will pick you up and give you a ride, so this way you don't have to walk so far.
No, around the lagoon.
Okay.
Yeah, probably around the lagoon. So I'll do a big circle.
Good.
And I'll be listening because
All right.
I love Flight 1080.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to give Flight 1080 awards to people. Aren't
That
we?
sounds great.
Yeah. Okay, have a good one.
All right.
guys.
See you, MZ.
Excellent.
Bye,
Hey, Dave,
MZ.
I was just noticing all the cool new gear that you have in the Dave Cave.
Yeah, you noticed
Is that
huh?
going to be available for the
It
audience
is.
members soon
It
here?
is. Oh yeah, it's already available now. I'm not right at this minute because I'm not able to get the T-shirts ready, but the sweatshirts, the beanies came in. I've got some hats,
Nice.
some bags. So I'll have some more bags coming in, and we'll see what else.
All right,
We're
excellent.
gonna have all kinds of stuff though.
Cool.
You're listening to Flight 1080 KSCO Santa Cruz now. Let's get to headlines.
Headline number 1, David.
Jack, did you know that we're gonna start? I mean, not Jack. Billy, did you know that we're gonna start live streaming?
Oh,
Did you know that?
I heard some rumblings about it.
Yeah.
Which I'm really excited about. We tried to do that previously a
We
while
did.
back on
We
the
did.
program, but we had a lot of technical difficulties, and we just ended up canning it. But we are going to figure it out, and it's happening, and it's going to be great. You should also
It's gonna
check out
be fantastic,
the
Billy. That's the word for it.
videos that we've
Fantastic.
been uploading, the pre-flight with Dave and I on YouTube. And actually, the next episode is going to be uploaded. I think it's episode 6. And that is, you're going to be giving away, you gave away a T-shirt, actually, Dave, right?
Yes,
One of the
yes,
black
yes,
ones.
yes.
So that'd be cool. So check it out. Go to the Flight 1080 page on YouTube. And you guys, you have to hit the like button and subscribe. And we're up to 51 subscribers now, Dave. So we got a recent one.
We need some more,
everybody
Billy.
to hit that subscribe button.
Call your mom. Tell her to subscribe.
That's
Call
right.
your dog. Tell him to subscribe.
That is correct, Dave.
Even the babies, even the little baby, they got to subscribe sometime. Do it now. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube.
Oh wait, we're talking about you want to talk about that now? Because MZ and I were just talking about it.
Yeah, I wanted. Yeah, I was just.
Well, yeah, the
I just
YouTube
mentioned
channel,
that.
Jack.
We're gonna do live streaming. We're gonna do skits.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna do sponsored content. It's gonna be great. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Really?
We're gonna do vlogs, Dave.
What?
I'm
Vlogs.
excited that Jack's excited about it. I like
Me
when
too.
Jack gets
I'm excited that there's 3 people right here that are excited about doing something new. Now, what are we going to do with this, Jack? What are some of our visions for the future? You know what I want to do is I want to start doing some stuff, some exclusive stuff on video for our listeners to watch.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's part of what we're going to do.
So you're gonna
This is
see
great.
you're gonna see pre-show, maybe some post-show action.
Okay, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it PG, maybe PG-13, depending on the time.
I had a bid idea for it, Jack, too. I wanted to do it today, but I don't know if we'll have time. But I was hoping that we could maybe strap some kind of monitor on you, maybe an iWatch, iPhone thing, and track you, have you run a mile while we're
Okay.
live on the air, and have you talking to us. And we'll time you and see how fast you can go out running.
If I'm
a mile.
talking, I could probably do like 6:30 mile.
That's impressive.
Do you want me
Dave
to?
doesn't think it'll make great radio because
I think it's gonna
ultimately,
be
at the end of the
terrible.
day, you could just walk outside the studio and pretend you're in the bathroom and say, "I ran it in 4 minutes," But you wouldn't do that. You'd be out.
No.
You'd go do it, and
I'd go do it. I'd go do it for sure.
Yeah, we got to
Really?
do that.
Yeah, no, we could
I
do
knew
that.
Stein was a trooper. I knew he'd do it.
All right, well,
So
that's
got a
just some of
caller
the
in
stuff
air
that we're
here.
going to do.
479-1080, Dave.
It opens a whole new range of possibilities.
It
Billy.
does.
Yes.
It absolutely does.
Yes, this is going to be great. So we're going to be able to do live skits, right?
That's right.
We're going to be able to
Stuff
do.
in the parking lot, like my toilet plunger cornhole game.
You can watch Billy get carried away in an ambulance. That's the way it's going to end, Billy. I mean, you might as well just
No,
might as well know that now.
Oh, jeez. All right. I think we have a caller, a passenger on board, Dave. Do we?
Well, they're going to have to wait.
Yeah, we're doing headlines now. What's next, Dave?
Measles virus spreads from Santa Cruz County resident. 3 people have been infected. It all started with somebody who lives right here, Santa Cruz County.
That. That's not good at all.
A
on
flight
any
touchdown
level.
at San Francisco International Airport. This is according to KION. Nearly a month ago, with passengers exposed to the measles virus. Measles. Monday, Santa Cruz County Health Department learned that the person suspected of spreading the disease in Santa Cruz is a county resident. Measles is an infectious disease, Billy. Not only is it infectious in the vicinity, but if you go into an area where an infectious individual was, the virus can hang around for as long as 2 or 3 hours. So even if the guy that's sick has left the environment, the virus could still be hanging around.
Wow.
That's according to the medical director for the Santa Cruz County Health Department. County health officials said the last time the area was threatened with measles was back in 2011. The doctor says 97% effective vaccines are the only way to prevent the spread of measles in the future.
That's a kind of scary thought. Somebody out there spreading measles maliciously.
Yeah.
Probably not maliciously, though. But
You know what?
did they quarantine them, Dave?
Yeah.
I heard there was kind of a bit of a weird rumor going around that those kids had already been vaccinated. So
Really?
people were saying, well, why did the vaccines aren't working? I was actually speaking to someone about this yesterday, and they said, well, why didn't they work? And I said, because they hadn't been vaccinated in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this person was immediately suspicious. Well, how do you know? All that kind of rhetoric.
I see.
But yeah.
There's a lot of conspiracy theory out there regarding vaccines. I don't know what to make of it because I've heard too many convincing arguments on both sides of the issue. And at the end of the day, I'm just not
What should happen to
intelligent enough to figure it
Well,
out.
the reason why this guy had the measles is because he wasn't vaccinated, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so what did you expect? I mean, he went and visited some other country, got infected there, brought it back, and he
Right.
brought it back because he did not have the vaccination.
But I guess the
It
argument
is to
would go,
protect
Dave-
everybody else, Billy. It's not just about you. It's about protecting everybody else.
Well, but Dave, wouldn't the argument be that if everybody else is vaccinated and he came back and had this thing, that since everyone else is vaccinated, they're not going to get it, so it's not really a big deal. It only hurts.
Oh,
that
there
one
you
person.
go. Just
I'm saying I've heard
dodge
that
the
argument.
question, Billy.
I'm saying I've heard that argument, Dave.
Do you want something weird?
Yeah.
Is that the first case of tetanus in Oregon popped up in something like 50 years in a kid.
Really?
Most people get tetanus when they're older and their vaccines have worn out.
Mm-hmm.
This kid caught tetanus when it was airborne, right?
Huh.
So, guess how much it cost to hospitalize this kid?
Something ludicrous amount, $1 million.
$800,000 in medical bills for this kid because his parents didn't get the shot.
See, Billy?
$800,000.
Well, I've heard rumblings, different theories out there.
What should happen? You sound like you're for vaccinations, Jack. What should happen to? First of all, are you?
Yeah.
And what should happen to this? Should there be any charges against some idiot who doesn't want to get vaccinated?
That's a good question.
So, this is a really interesting theoretical question, right? Because
Right.
you could say, the state can't tell me what to do with my own body.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't want to put those things in my body, I shouldn't have to. That's one argument. But then the other argument is that you get to live. And you know what I mean? And you don't have to have measles and mumps and rubella and chicken pox and all that other stuff. Well, you still get chicken pox, but...
Is what Billy said a good answer? If he comes back, the people who are vaccinated, if you want to get vaccinated, fine, you're protected. If you don't get vaccinated, you're susceptible to getting the measles. It's pick your poison. Or it's your decision.
I don't even understand the argument. Wait, is it that
Here's the argument.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy brought measles back, right? Well, what big deal is it? You're vaccinated, aren't you? You are,
Right.
you are. Everybody's vaccinated around here except for
Yeah.
this guy. This guy caught the measles. We don't have it because we've been vaccinated. So, big deal. What is it to you?
Well, the issue is so you and I, we're vaccinated against measles, right?
Yeah,
But
so why do I care if some measly guy comes over?
Because the disease actually transforms in the body, and you can create alternative strains of said disease.
So if this guy, this guy who's packing the measles, he comes over here, it mutates in him, and even though I'm vaccinated,
Yep.
it can mutate and infect me anyhow?
Potentially.
Well, then this is terrible.
Yeah, then the argument goes,
Then
what's
you
the
have to
point of
get
the
vaccinated.
vaccine in the first place? See, if we go down that line of thinking, then we can say, what's the point of getting the vaccine if that's the case anyways, if it mutates? There's lots of logical ways of
So-
looking
That's
at
not
it.
logical,
which are-
though, Billy.
But Billy,
Well,
this is
but it
why.
is, actually.
Wait,
No,
it
but
isn't.
Billy, this is why when you go to a different country, you have to get all those booster shots. It's because they're refreshing the system. You know how the immune system works, Billy? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. One time
I
I
don't.
was...
Okay.
No, I don't
So
know.
what happens when your immune system is that you are exposed to a virus or a disease,
Sure.
right? And so your body, in your genetic code, it has all these little let's just
White blood cells.
We got white blood cells, and then they are programmed to attack that disease.
Right.
When you get the disease, those white blood cells fill your body, and then most of them die, but some of them stick around. That's how vaccinations work. Is that it's preparing your body to get reinfected again, just in case. Now, these white blood cells that are floating around, they're like soldiers who've already been in battle. You know what I mean? They're already like...
That's why it's good for kids to eat dirt and mud when they're young.
No, it's not.
It is. To build up their immune system.
So that's how your
Give them
immune
a
system
dirt
works.
Piece of cake.
We call it's your immune system's memory, right? So the way that vaccines work is that the virus is introduced into your body, or something like the virus is introduced into your body to prepare the white blood cells for when it has to face it. So you either don't get it or you don't get it as bad.
Right. Makes perfect sense.
So what should happen? Should somebody be charged? The parents, him?
I mean, Dave, you think there's another way of putting it? Like that guy who had HIV and he was intentionally having sex with...
but he was intentionally doing that. This idiot just came over and was sick.
an idiot.
And
Oh, he just was being an idiot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you charge someone for being stupid?
I don't think we can. If we could, probably half of Congress would be in jail. You know, and senators and everybody else.
I thought we weren't going to talk politics, Billy.
It's not politics. That goes for everybody. Both sides of the coin, as they say.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
Hey, Dave, how are you?
I'm doing well, sir. What's going on?
Hi, Mike.
All kinds of fun stuff. Good evening there, Jack. Good evening, Billy.
Hi.
I'm excited about all the exciting things that you guys are doing there and expansion of Flight 1080. It's all great.
Yeah. I'm
What
excited.
about doing it with a live audience?
What do you mean?
Oh, that's a good idea.
We do it live. We broadcast remote from...
Well, we don't broadcast to dead people, Mike.
No, a live audience. We can bring people in here to
but
the studio.
audience is live. So, but being the studio is so small, bring it on down to DNA's Hominy Lab.
Yeah,
One
that's a
theater
good
holds
idea.
160, the other one holds 340. We have stages. The
That's a great
lighting's
idea.
almost done. Amplification's done. I think we can work things out.
I'm all on board for that, Mike.
I am too, Mike. That sounds great, dude. So what night would this be? Would this be during the week, during the weeknight, weekend?
Well, most of our shows are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so I would say it's like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And, depending on the schedule, we'd have to check with DNA the schedule availability. But usually Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays are available.
Mike, do you think that people would want to come watch us for 3 hours talk about news and politics?
Right.
You guys? Absolutely.
Absolutely, we could fill that
just
place.
the
We could
fact
do
that-
it pre-show. I have a good idea. Mike, what we could do even is before the headliner, we come in, do the show, talk it up a little bit, and then leave. And that way we're getting sort of a mixed bag of the audience. We could do it.
We could
totally do it, Dave.
possibly work. We can work things out.
Yeah, we'll work something out, Mike.
We ought to sit down.
We can definitely work something out.
And then also, Dave, I'd love to have bring in Ben Pukes and do a live studio. Oh gosh, I just went brain dead.
Do a presentation.
Longevity sponsorship.
Oh,
And
wow.
let's load it up and bring it up and sign people up for longevity and all that fun stuff.
That sounds good, Mike.
Cool.
Send me an email and we'll talk about it off the air, though.
I gave Jack my phone number. You guys are golden. We'll figure it out.
All right, Mike.
Thanks,
All right,
Mike.
sounds
Have
good.
a
Take
great
care,
Friday.
huh?
Bye, Mike.
Yep. Good night.
He didn't have his radio off. He had his radio on.
What? I didn't...
You didn't pick
hear
up on
that.
that? You could hear a little echo?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah, if you call, please turn your radio off.
Wait, but Dave, I want to know, because you seem to have strong opinions about this, and I'm curious. Do you think that guy should be charged, Judge Dave Michaels?
I don't know how old he was.
Right.
I don't think she can charge, because ultimately what's scarier is the state saying that you should have something put in your body. That is not cool.
Yeah.
So I am against mandatory vaccinations. I don't know what you do though. I mean, what do you do?
There already are
Get yourself
mandatory
vaccinated.
vaccinations, though.
Get
for
yourself vaccinated.
nurses.
I would get vaccinated. I'm not scared. I'm not a chicken, Billy. I would get
Well,
vaccinated.
but I mean, in
I'm okay
terms-
with it. But I don't think other people should be forced to do it. I'm okay
Yeah.
with it. I'm not scared. I mean that's ridiculous. But I don't think people should be forced to do it.
Dave,
I agree with that.
I got an idea.
Okay.
We do a new section of the show.
Okay.
We don't do it every day, but we do it at least once a week. And we have Billy do the intro. And it goes something like this. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I got a little audio here.
Okay.
It's called Judge Dave Michaels. All right? It was
Yeah, I like that.
Is that a
Right?
clip from like SU? What do they call that show? CSI?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's Law and Order.
Oh,
I like that.
So we also do that song from The Who, so it's like CSI. Remember that with David
don't.
Caruso?
Oh, and then yeah, with the glasses, you always have the glasses.
So
and
it's
then,
called Judge Dave Michaels, like Judge Judy, but it's Judge Dave, and you get to make a judgment on a
a
specific
crucial
topic.
verdict.
Crucial
Yes.
verdict.
Yes,
Accurate.
yes, this could work.
All right,
This could
I
work,
like
you
that.
guys.
I like that.
This could work. 218-5726. Tonight's skit, Billy, is going to be what?
We are going to be doing a live skit after. It's called The Ice Cream Man, Dave.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You know, you had some ideas for some skits too, and you know, some of the longer skits we're going to be doing because we had such success over the holidays when we did the Christmas caroling skit. But we're going to be doing one called. We're going to do a version of The House on Haunted Hill,
Ooh,
and that's going to be a fun one.
that sounds good.
And we're going to need a lot of cast members for that one. And we're going to be doing some more Starflight episodes. And in the upcoming next Starflight episode, which is not on this Flight 1080, but next time I'm back, we're going to be doing an episode where Jack Stein, you and I, the crew, are out at sea. We are sea captains.
That is
And there are mermaids and there are pirates. And it's going to be really exciting. It's going to be a fun one.
swashbuckling.
Swashbuckling indeed.
All right. I'm all for it. Did you guys see? Check out our Facebook page. The duck that got sucked into that glory hole at Lake Berryessa.
What?
Have you seen this?
No, I don't. That sounds so sad.
Now, a glory hole sounds kind of weird, right? I mean, I don't know.
Well, it sounds weird, but it does sound weird.
It does sound weird.
It got
Yes.
sucked into like a drain, like a big drain.
It's a big drain.
Nature's drain.
And it looks like it's a vortex. It looks like
It
some
does.
weird vortex. It looks bizarre. Lake Berryessa, it is the world's biggest drain.
And people were like talking about wondering if the duck survived. Now,
So
look,
you
Dave,
saw the video, right?
I did. Now, look, if that duck survived, that's going to be the greatest day of that duck's life. Can you imagine going
like a
home and
million
telling a
gallons a
story
minute going
to your
through
other
there.
ducks if you survived it? Can you imagine that? The duck's just like, dude, guys, you're never going to believe what's happening to me. You know?
If you watch the video, the duck's just sitting there, right? And he's just going right for the ride. He's looking at the hole coming up. And
He
just
does it all the
bloop,
time.
he just drops right in.
Dude, I don't want to watch this. This is sad.
It is sad.
Hold
No,
on.
it survived, Jack.
No,
and
it
told
didn't.
the greatest duck story ever.
Brianna Ruff, a
saloon.
spokesperson for the Bureau of Reclamation, a federal agency that owns the reservoir, said it's likely the duck did not survive. She says the velocity of the water going through there would have torn him to pieces.
Oh, man.
However, Rick Fowler, who videotaped it,
Rick Fowler? This guy's a
I
felon
didn't
on the
think about-
run, I bet.
no,
He
it's
gave him a fake name.
It's
Yeah, Mike
FOW.
Fowler.
Do you have the audio clip of people screaming?
Yeah, I do.
Are they screaming?
Well, I just have the clip
screaming.
of the hole in the Northern California lake of Lake Berryessa.
Yeah.
It's famous. It's called the Glory Hole
The
Drain.
glory hole, yes.
It is called the glory hole.
The guy who filmed it, Rick Fowler, says it shot out of there like a bullet.
What
It
did?
shot out of the other side. The duck.
Wait a minute. There's another side?
There's 10,000 gallons of water going through, 48,000 cubic feet going through there of water, and the duck shot through the other side. So he went into the hole bloop,
Okay.
and shot out the other side like a bullet.
wait, in one piece, in pieces or one piece?
In one piece.
Hold on. Here's
So maybe
the,
it did survive.
here's the audio.
Too. I mean, the skiers and the snowboarders.
Oh wait, never mind. That wasn't the
I
audio.
don't think there's any audio to it.
No.
I don't think there is. He said it shot out of there like a bullet. It flew through the turbulence and came out of the water, shaking water like it didn't know what happened. So he just
greatest
shot out of
ducks-
there and shook water off like, what the heck
Yep.
just happened?
So, but Dave, this thing, it's 200 feet deep. So it fell 200 feet through rushing water, then shot out the other side
Like a bullet.
like a bullet. And I think he's saying that for the kids. I think what really happened is he saw like a single feather come out the other side, and then a single tear fell down his face, and he was like, "It's okay, Stacy.
That's
It's
probably
okay."
that's not true.
I
Jack.
think it's the greatest duck ride ever. That duck probably does it all the time.
He told the news station that it landed in the calmer water further down the creek. The fast-moving hole dumps the fast-moving hole.
the
So it
glory
says
hole,
here,
Dave.
the holes usually don't move, especially not fast. Excess water, rainwater, drains into the pipe, spills out behind the dam. There you go. The duck lived, though, apparently. So you can watch the video.
That is cool.
No animals were harmed in that video, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And Mike Fowler was the cinematographer.
Yeah, that's interesting.
He's probably
F-
wanted in 5 states.
It was spelled
What's his real name?
F-O-W-L. F-O-W-L, like fowl,
Right,
like a bird.
right. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know how to spell, Dave. Well, sometimes I use spell check a lot when I write things. Do you ever use that spell check, Dave?
I do.
Regularly?
No, I usually have pretty good spelling, and I don't need it.
Oh, really?
Yes. There was a few words, though, that I wanted to get Jack with. Are you a good speller, Jack?
Oh, yeah.
I suspected you are, but there's a few words. Very, very simple. You know what?
I've got some words you can spell right now.
I would like to do that with the audience. How about if the audience calls and tries to stump us with some spelling
We
words?
got tickets to give away.
That's a great idea.
We do. We have some tickets to give away to the California Air Show in
Oh,
Salinas.
cool.
So we have today, it is a set of 4 and then a set of 2.
Wow. So we
So-
got a family 4-pack.
Yeah.
And a pair of tickets.
And a pair of tickets.
This is to the California Air Show coming up next weekend. Is it next weekend?
It's the 23rd.
So 2 weekends from now.
Yeah. I'll be there.
Really?
Yeah. But I got the good tickets.
The good tickets.
Oh, yeah. I got the good tickets.
You get to go into the reserve tents and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff?
dude, I got full comped.
Really?
Full, yeah, because I'm a celebrity, Dave.
Dang, man.
Wow, I didn't get that.
Wow, I didn't get that either. Well,
Yeah,
Jack
that's coming
Stein
up.
is cooler than
2
we are.
weekends from now, we have tickets today. Maybe you could stump us with some spelling questions. And I don't want anything really, really hard. I mean, just the obvious ones.
I'm going to be terrible at this.
Spell there.
Which version of it?
Here's a sentence. Their car broke down.
T. I need to think about it.
Yes.
I'm a bit dyslexic. T-H-E-I-R.
Spell conscience.
I can't without writing it down. Without a pen, I can't write some words. I'd never be able to do that in my mind.
Really?
Yeah, I can't. I've never been good at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
479-1080-218-5726. A California bill would seal 8 million criminal convictions, Billy.
That sounds like a good thing.
I don't know. This is from KION 546. They say a Northern California lawmaker and district attorney are seeking to automatically clear some 8 million criminal convictions eligible for sealing but remain public records.
Oh.
This is a good idea, Billy. The bill, if passed, would eliminate the need to hire lawyers and pay court fees to take advantage of an often overlooked California law allowing convicted drunken drivers, burglars, and other low-level offenders to seal their records.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fewer than 20% estimates are that fewer than 20% of eligible cases are cleared, and that most eligible offenders are unaware that they can seal their criminal records.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't
The
know
proposed law would remain in law enforcement data bases, but would bar access to background check agencies and to the public. So the law enforcement will still have access to it, but public agencies wouldn't, and jobs would. And I think this is fantastic. You know why?
that. Why, Dave?
Do you know why, Jack? Did you catch the story that I just read?
I was on the phone with Tammy from Corlitos.
Are they trying to stump us with spelling bees?
I mean, she tried to.
What was the word?
Well, I told her we weren't doing it yet.
Okay, all right. Well, spell conscience, Jack.
Conscience?
Yeah, right now. Go.
CONSCIENCE. Conscience.
Don't look at me, Dave. I have no idea if it's correct.
You know, the spelling trick I use for that is it's con science. If you can spell science, you should be able to spell con science. There's little tricks I use, but there's some words that I have to use these tricks. Otherwise, I just can't spell it right.
Wait,
And it
I
drives me
understand.
nuts.
Dave, I use the same trick.
Really?
Yeah, con science.
Yeah, super easy. Super easy. You know when it really bugs me is when I'm doing updating podcasts for like MZ, and there's a guest there that's really important, and I have to make sure that I get the word spelled correctly, or even use the right form, or get the right
Syntax?
what it was. That drove me crazy for like 4 hours studying what the difference is between a colon and a semicolon and how to use them properly. It drove me nuts.
A colon and a semicolon.
What's the difference between the two? Yes.
I don't know, but I probably don't use them correctly.
Well, the colon, which is 2 dots, right, a period on top of a period,
Yeah, for like
is
a
used
list.
is used to form a list, right?
Yeah.
A semicolon is to do something similar, but it implies
two different thoughts,
a more
but connected.
a more personal connection with it. Yeah.
They can be two different sentences but connected. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're totally right. But off the top of my head, I've always been bad at definitions and stuff like that, but I kind of know what things are.
Hey, Billy, can I finish this story here?
Absolutely, David.
So this law right here, this is why it's good. We're out of time.
Ah, dang it.
We're out of time.
Come up with that
Good
hard
going,
break.
Billy. I didn't even get to finish why this
A
is a
hard
good law.
break. Well, it's a great law. We'll talk about it briefly after the break. We're going to come back with a live skit. It's Friday. We're having a great time here on Flight 1080. It's Dave Michaels. I'm Billy Army. You like when I say it's Billy Army ARM?
This is going
Five?
terrible, Billy.
No,
It
it's
happened
going
when we were on our
fantastic.
way. Your phone kept falling off.
It
Then my
did.
microphone falls off. It's swinging in front of it.
Right, I
We
know.
almost crashed.
They're going to see that on the next
almost hit-
YouTube
oh.
video. It's
Hey.
called the Preflight now with Billy and Dave.
That sounds exciting. I believe he went solo. After that, it's just Gary Newman. Gary Newman. Hey, this is cool.
What
Hey,
is
Jack,
that, Dave?
Jack, don't look in the studio. Don't just look the other way.
I was just gonna say, Dave, that you know there was a song
Get that
by a
horse out of
band, another band that is that exact same riff.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What is it?
It's a song by a band called Cold War Kids. Oh, I got it pulled up right here.
Okay, yeah, get it pulled up. Jack, tell
Yeah.
me what's going on. Hey, don't look. Just tell
Okay.
me.
Sound like ping pong balls.
Get that horse out of here, David.
That doesn't sound like a horse.
No, it sounds like ping pong balls.
Damn, dude.
You have to use your
Yeah,
imagination.
Jack. Yeah. All right.
What is it?
They're just Dixie cups. I'm trying to look for some sound effects here.
This is gonna go on the greatest hits. Flight 1080 greatest hits right here.
Doesn't that sound like a horse?
Of course it does.
Okay,
yes,
whatever.
It's
Let me
called
hear- let me hear that
Foley
song.
art.
Let me hear that
Foley
song,
art.
Jack.
You're quite
All
good
right,
at that.
here's the song.
Yeah, man.
So wait, play the Gary Newman one.
All right.
We're going to get crazy here. We're going to cross the streams, boys.
Let me see.
Oh, boy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's it.
Yeah, I'll
they-
play
they-
yours, Jack, at the same time.
They slowed it down.
Summer clothes splashing around in
Yeah, that's it, dude.
It's the same riff, right?
It is. Yes, just slowed it down.
Yeah.
Wow,
So-
that's great. Good ear.
Hey, you know what? That's what music theory gets you right there. Is you get the chance to ruin everybody else's favorite song by saying they ripped it off from Gary Newman.
Right. Who was that? Cold War Kids?
That was a band called Cold War Kids. They were around for like 5 minutes back in like 2010.
That's a cool name, Cold War Kids. That was a great time, you know, when the Cold War was happening. Not because of the Cold War itself, but just the 80s was a great time, man. Great music.
I feel the
good
same.
times.
I feel the same way about the early 2000s, Dave.
Really?
Oh yeah, man. There was some jam. Now keep in mind there was some bad music. You had Backstreet Boys, NSYNC,
Yeah.
bad music. But then you had some bands that were really trying to,
Like Britney Spears?
like Britney Spears, great example. Really trying to push the mold.
Wait a
of what it
minute.
means
That's a
to-
great example. Britney Spears?
She's hot.
Musically?
Wait,
Whatever.
Billy, you got to learn. You guys being sarcastic.
Oh.
You got to pick up on the subtle
Oh,
hints
you
of
sounded
sarcasm.
absolutely like you sounded
Yeah,
serious.
Billy.
Because one time I believe I heard you on the air saying that you liked, I don't think it was Britney Spears, but another, maybe a pop artist.
Katy Perry.
Yes. And I was a
Ah,
bit
yeah. surprised
by that, but you actually do like her musically, I guess. right?
Katy Perry has got some jams, dude.
Does
If you
she?
listen to the
She got
first,
some big hits.
she got some couple of huge hits, some big old jams going on.
big old hits.
Really? Okay. Well,
So, but no, if you listen to her first record, she had actual band members with drummers and guitar and bass player and and it was some jams. Some
Yeah? Really?
jams on that record. Oh yeah, dude.
Let's see. Let's get back to this. This bill that would. Do we care about this anymore?
What was the thing?
This attorney seeking to automatically clear some 8 million criminal convictions eligible for sealing but remain public records. So this is what happens a lot, Jack.
Yeah.
Let's just say I get busted for weed, right? I get busted for possession of pot, and now I go and apply for a job, and they don't hire me because I have this on my record, right? Well, if you're a person of means, or maybe you're just a little more aware of what's going on, then you know that in the state of California, you have a right to have those removed from your record. You have a right to have minor violations removed from your record. You have that right. Now, up until now, you have to ask for that right. You have to ask, file the paperwork, get a lawyer. You have to ask for it. You have to,
more red tape.
more red tape, yes, but a lot of people don't know that,
Yeah.
that you can do this, right? So this law would make it so that if you have been convicted of a minor crime, your records will be sealed automatically. You won't have to get a lawyer. You won't have to ask for.
I think it's fine and great, especially
think it's
given
great,
the
dude.
recent changes in, the marijuana laws in California.
Yes.
So many people just before
Right.
that. And,
Just before that, you would get
yeah.
busted, and and that would
Let's
stay
just
on your
get rid of
record,
this
and
red tape.
you would have a bad time, right? But now you can have those things removed from your record,
Yeah.
and this bill would do it automatically.
Cool. Awesome, actually.
I think so too.
Government doing something positive for once, and it's removing red tape. See more of that. More and
PG&E
more.
wants to pay big bonuses out to some of its employees. Yes, do we care? After filing for
Well,
bankruptcy.
It's a complicated one and a tough one, and
They're seeking a judge's approval to pay $235 million in bonuses to thousands of employees despite their recent bankruptcy. PG&E said in court that they want the money is intended to provide incentives to workers and will not be distributed if the company doesn't meet safety and financial goals.
Right. And I think also with that story, Dave, is it's not only interesting they want to do that, but it's for next year's wages for the employees. So they're actually, forecasting for the future, anticipating, of course, the huge lawsuits that they're involved in and their bankruptcy filing and this, that, and the other thing. It's what a nightmare situation that is.
Chelsea Manning is being detained after a judge holds her in contempt.
Yeah, I got thoughts on this, man.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
She could be held for the term of the grand jury and not longer than 18 months. So she could theoretically be held for 18 months. Her lawyer is going to try to fight this. Manning refused to answer questions about her 2010 public disclosures of military and diplomatic secrets before a grand jury earlier this week. Her presence before the grand jury this week suggests prosecutors continue to investigate and pursue charges against Julian Assange, the founder of WikiLeaks. Manning is a former Army intelligence analyst who spent nearly 7 years imprisoned after she was arrested for the massive leak to WikiLeaks. She was sentenced to 35 years in prison, but that was commuted by President Barack Obama in 2017. What are your thoughts, Jack?
So famously, Dave, you know that Chelsea Manning was once Bradley Manning.
Yes.
And Bradley Manning made a decision to release 750,000 files to WikiLeaks. Some of them, sure, journalistic integrity. You got people who are committing war atrocities. That's totally cool. A lot of it, though, was really sensitive information, like names, dates, locations of United States military personnel. And so Chelsea Manning is a traitor, right? Chelsea Manning should have had the full 35-year sentence for committing a crime. Obama, being, I said that with such conviction. Obama, I sounded like Alex Jones there. Obama decided that I really feel like we should be,
I don't know. And the thing, I thought that was who Dave was talking about, and I didn't realize that it strikes me on the forehead heavily, just like the last story with the duck and the Fowler last name.
Right.
This guy's last name is Manning.
Right.
He's a woman.
So he decided right at the end of his presidency that he would be releasing Bradley Manning from prison. If you want to know, I don't think he did it for conspiratorial reasons. I think he did it so he could look like a cool guy. Like, I let the trans person out of prison. And so, in my opinion, this is a travesty of the judicial system. Bradley Manning should be in prison for 35 years because this is a high crime. You know what I mean?
Basically, one could argue that it's treason.
It's very much treasonous act, and that's why he got 35 years. And the fact that he's being detained. If you look at Bradley Manning's Twitter feed, by the way, it's atrocious.
Really?
It's gross. It's gross. Dude, he's a gross human being, and I have no sympathy for him, and I wish he goes back to prison.
Wow.
Yeah, I said it. You heard it here first on Flight 10.
I don't know if you know anything about this case, but why is he being questioned about something that he's already been found guilty of and served his time for?
So this is two separate. So this is not a double jeopardy because he's not being recharged with the same crime. He's being charged with contempt and withholding information. So he never disclosed his relationship with Assange. To what extent it was. So now the judge is saying, tell me what I need to know of the crime you hath committed. And Manning is saying, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
I wouldn't do it either.
Why do you say? He can't be recharged for it, though.
Right. So that's why.
So, but now he's going.
Rocks.
So all he has to do is say, you know what? These are the crimes that I committed at the time. This is why I was given.
Doesn't that
I'm not
violate
gonna say anything,
I
dude.
would
I'm
think
not
that
saying
violates
anything.
his right to not self-incriminate himself, even though the case after the fact.
That's the thing. He can't self-incriminate himself because he's already been convicted.
But for
of
the
crime.
judge to even ask after the fact seems, and I'm not on his side necessarily, but it seems
I'm
a
on
little
his
bit
side.
ludicrous.
I'm on Manning's side on this one. As far as I know, I mean, he's already been convicted. He served his time, quote unquote. He was the time was commuted. That's not his fault,
right?
For all intents and purposes, he served his time. You want him to ask more questions? No.
So let's
absolutely not.
Dave, let's say this.
All right.
Let's say this. Okay. Let's say that I am party to a murder.
Okay.
And then I'm charged as an accessory to said murder. And then at a certain point in time, I'm acquitted. If the person who did the murder is still being charged with the crime, and the judge comes to me and says, tell me what you know about the facts of these case, and I go, no, dude, it's not my problem anymore. That's the contempt charge. It's the same idea. So he is withholding information that is valuable to an investigation, which could potentially release a ton of information, which would be good.
And so his freedom is not in jeopardy?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. He cannot be charged for the crimes that he committed, what was that now? Going on 10 years?
Yeah.
Can't be charged. All he's got to do is say, this is my relationship with Assange. This is the
So
kind of...
who are they asking him about? They're asking him about Julian Assange?
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to give up information?
Doesn't want to give up any of that information.
Interesting.
Very Is Julian Assange a hero?
No, dude. He's patsy for the Russians, man.
You think that, Jack Stein?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Now, for a while, he was held up as quite the modern-day hero by many people.
Russian
for having
patsy.
the guts to leak this information about our government.
Why do you say that, Russian patsy? Why do you say that?
All the funding for WikiLeaks, how he was able to get the money, how was he was able to pay for other journalists to give him information, where his servers were kept.
All right, forget Julian Assange. Is WikiLeaks a good thing?
It can be. In some circumstances, it was a good thing. I think we all remember the Crazy Horse incident, yeah?
I don't recall that, Jack, no.
The Crazy Horse incident was with where there was a helicopter that was flying around, and there was a journalist who was speaking to members of Al-Qaeda, and then that military helicopter opened fired on what was effectively civilians and Al-Qaeda at the same time.
Yeah,
It was a war crime,
right?
And it had been covered up. Unrightfully so. Now they said that they were reaching for guns and all this other stuff. It's at night. The thing that was watching them, there's no way they would even know it was there. It was a pretty bad war crime.
I see. Yeah.
So yeah, I think the public deserves to know that kind of stuff, right? But like the other 750,000 documents, which I think there are still people who are going through them.
Wow.
So there's still information being released.
Wow.
479-1080-218-5726. That was kind of a downer story, you guys.
Yeah,
was a little
sorry,
bit of a
Dave.
downer.
Whoops, my bad.
Okay, let's forget about that one.
Are we going to do the sketch?
Sketch? What sketch? I did hear you guys went down to the boardwalk recently. You guys did. You and Dave, right? Jack?
Yeah, we did.
You guys went to the boardwalk recently.
Remember,
Yes,
Dave,
yeah,
last
we
weekend?
did.
Brought that DAT recorder down with you, too.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know we brought that recording.
Yeah. Did you want to play that on the air? We can wait a little bit, but we can play that. Yeah.
Play it on the other side of the break?
Yeah, it'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had
Start up with another. What else you got there for topics, David?
Not much, Billy.
Not much. We're thin.
Here we go.
I smell smoke.
Jesse Smollett is now facing deeper legal troubles after a grand jury returned 16 felony counts against the actor for falsely reporting a hate crime attack against him in January.
Is one of the counts having a terrible last name?
The grand jury returned the disorderly conduct charges on Thursday. He is scheduled to be arraigned March 14th. The specific allegations, false report of offense, are Class 4 felonies.
Yeah. Well, that guy is what a fool.
I have a conspiracy
fool.
theory.
You do?
I have a conspiracy theory. What if he didn't? What if he didn't?
What if he didn't
out
actually report he's being set up?
there. No,
Now he can't defend himself?
I'm just throwing this out there.
What if he's innocent?
What if the two trainers actually did attack him, and in his confusion, he assumed that they were white dudes because he's getting beaten, right? It's dark. It's 2 o'clock in the
They were
morning.
like big Jamaican fellows. Though. I saw photographs of
This
them.
is my conspiracy theory, dog.
Well, the conspiracy has to be rooted in some basis of reality.
Is there footage of the men running away?
There's no I think there's footage of them in the back of an Uber or a Lyft. And there's a bunch of data about them being drunk. So what if these two dudes, what if he wrote the check for training? Dave Michaels is taking the relaxed seat right now. He's taking it in. Dave, you know what I'm saying, though? What if he wrote the check for them for his training?
What do you mean wrote the check? What check?
There was a $3,500 check that he wrote to them. What if, Dave?
Why would they lie?
Because they don't want to get in trouble for beating him up and try to shake him down for more money.
I am not following your logic here, Jack Stein.
So,
I get it.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
They were trying to shake him down for more money. That's what I'm saying. He never paid them to beat him up.
$3,500 is
Okay.
not a lot of money.
It's
They
not a lot of
never
money.
paid him to beat him up.
Yeah.
That's like proving a negative. How do you prove a negative?
Wait,
I don't think
I don't understand. I don't understand what you're saying,
I don't think
Jack
you're
Stein.
understanding it, Billy.
Billy. So the charges are that he
Yes.
paid them $3,500
Yes.
to wear red hats
Right.
and come beat him up.
And he made up the whole story, right?
Right.
That's the yes.
So
got
so
that.
but what if this is what I'm saying? What if the check was just for them to train him, and then he legitimately went to Subway at 2:00 in the morning to get a Subway sandwich,
Yeah.
and then they jumped out of the car and beat him up.
Why?
Said no one's gonna believe you.
Why
Pay
would they
us more
beat him
money.
up? Just extortion, pure
Yeah,
extortion.
it's extortion. They're shaking him down.
Why wouldn't he just go to the cops after the first time it would happen? It'd be so much easier.
I don't know. Oh, Billy, this is a
Yeah, come on,
conspiracy.
Billy.
This is
Well,
a conspiracy.
But I like conspiracies, but
I'm saying that
we
he
need
only
to
worked
water
on it
this
for
one
2
more.
minutes,
We
Billy.
need to water this conspiracy more and put fertilizer on it. Things
No,
of that
I'm
nature.
saying that he didn't know that they were the dudes who beat him up. Do you see what I'm saying? He didn't. He had no idea.
I don't understand.
Don't bother.
479-1080 to call in and explain to me the testadura Billy Army here on the air.
I have one more letter here. This is a letter to the Santa Cruz Sentinel. Jack, I did watch the what was it? A Quiet Place?
Yeah.
I did watch that the other night.
What'd you think?
I will. You and I can talk about it on the other side of the break. But on the other side, we have a.
You're going to play that
We're gonna play a
audio
recording,
file
right?
from the boardwalk. Yeah.
Afterwards, we could do that then.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear about this. I've heard of that movie, but I've never seen it.
Okay. Artificial intelligence. This is written to the Santa Cruz Sentinel by Arnold Versaw Jr. of Aptos. He says, artificial intelligence, the last hurdle for lazy Americans. In a short amount of time, technology has made the vast influence on everything we do. Obesity has increased 15 times what it was in the 1970s. People can't spell, can't read a map, and spend a lot of their life in front of a screen with no social or outdoor interaction. Now the machine is going to think for us. We won't be killed by an asteroid. The thinking machine we have trusted to bring us this bright future will be the most destructive tool in the history of humanity. Loss of jobs, no reason to think, and a reliance on the machine for daily processes is happening so fast that we are seeing an apocalyptic ending to free thought and independence. Keep on watching.
Well, I think
That's
that
kinda cool,
person's a
man.
little bit extreme. I would even say there
And
might
I think
be
he's right on the money.
No, I disagree, Dave. I think he might even
Dude.
be a Luddite, whoever
Dude,
wrote that.
no,
person who
listen.
wrote that is a Luddite.
No. People getting fatter. The machine is going to. People can't spell. There's people. Wow.
Well,
Nothing, dude. To me,
oh, pet peeve of Dave.
I hate bad spelling.
Oh, boy.
Bad punctuation is a bad sign.
Yeah.
It's bad, Billy.
So just that
And
one line alone.
when you got the damn phone correcting everything for you, what need
What
do
are you learning?
Yeah, what are you learning? Who's correcting your spelling? Who cares when the thing's going to correct it for you? You get lazy, you forget how to spell things.
Well, there's some truth to that. I don't know any scientific studies. My take on the technology thing is I just look at it basically
Spell receipt,
like it's a
Billy.
RECIEPT.
Ooh,
Or is it EI? I was, I'm dyslexic slightly on some
It's
of
I
those
before
things.
E except after C. Isn't
That's
it?
actually not true. There's a bunch
I
of
after- is it after
different
B?
rules to that. That's not accurate. They lied to us in elementary school, Dave, about that rule.
All right.
Like so many other things we were lied to about. This is real Jell-O. No, it's not. It's made from some sort of artificial hoof of the horse. You know what I mean, Dave? Get that horse out of here.
It sounds like a horse, Billy. You don't have the rhythm. You got to get the rhythm down. Horses don't run
no.
2 hooves at a
No?
time. They go.
Ah, nice, Dave. Very well done.
All right.
Master Foley artist.
Let's see. What are we doing next, Billy?
All right, Dave. Well, we're going to be giving away some tickets up here, and I guess we're going to have callers calling in and trying to stump the two of you very intelligent gentlemen who perhaps in a past
I
life
say
were
bring
so
it on.
great in spelling bees. which
How
I was
confident
never
are you
good
in
at.
your spelling, Jack?
I'm pretty confident. So if the rules are is if they stump us, they get the tickets.
Right.
So we
Now-
have a pair to give away.
Okay, excellent. That might be someone calling in right now onto the flight to try to stump Dave or Jack. And if that is, in the meantime, I've got a slang term. I'm wondering if you might know the meaning of it, David.
All right.
And sometimes
Lay
we
it
like
on
to
me.
play tasty and tainted, but this is just sort of a side note.
Okay.
Here's the word here. It is the slang term is a gorp gobbler, David. What is a gorp gobbler? This is a slang term. Is it A, a backpacker? Is it B, a Marine? Or is it C, a person who tests laxatives?
I thought we were doing a spelling bee.
We are, but I was just, you were on the phone, Jack. It was just a side note for Dave as a special
okay.
phrase.
A goop gobbler?
It's called, maybe Jack will know it, a gorp gobbler. What is a gorp gobbler?
It's a backpacker.
He knew it. Unbelievable. How did you know that?
Because gorp is a product that backpackers
Wow.
ingest.
Would you have ever known that, Dan?
It's like granola.
No,
It's like granola. I don't know what the O stands.
I get
Granola,
it.
oats, raisins, and something
Peanuts.
else. Peanuts. Gorp.
Wow.
Wow. I would have never known that one.
That's
Jack
pretty
got
good.
it right off. Boom.
Pretty good.
Nicely
Okay,
done.
so do we have somebody who wants to stump us, Jack?
Yeah, but she doesn't know the rules of the game. She just called.
Let's just see. So are we giving away a pair of tickets? then?
We got a pair of tickets to give away.
Okay,
I got
then
them right
you
here.
go first, Jack.
All right.
All right.
Wow, I'm
let's see.
excited. I'm sweating.
Caller, can we get your name?
I'll get nothing.
Christina.
Christina. Okay.
Christina.
So do you have a word to try to stump Jack Stein?
Oh, Jesus Cristo. No, not that word. Oh, shoot.
Prostitugitate.
Yeah, just say a word that you think I can't spell.
Superfluous.
Superfluous?
Yes, superfluous.
Okay. Hold on, let me get my. Do I have to? Can I spell it with a pen? Should I write it down?
You can do that. Well, actually,
right.
do the kids get to do that at a spelling bee?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think they do, Jack. So no, the answer's no.
Oh, God. Okay, superfluous.
Yes, superfluous.
It's superfluous. Superfluous.
No, you got it wrong.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
Wrong,
great.
yeah. You should have were you writing it out as you were doing it, Jack? Oh, you were. Well, that's our first
Did you
giveaway
want a pair of tickets?
Yeah, sure. Sounds awesome.
All right,
All right,
Tammy, I'll take your information
That was
off the
super
air.
easy, Jack. Thank you. You could thank Jack for that, Tammy. Holy Christmas. Super. Here's where
Yes, Dave.
he forgot a U. He was one U short.
He was FLUOUS. Mm-hmm. And he missed that U after the L.
Yes.
I see.
That's a horrible segment. Let's not do that again. We're gonna
segment?
lose.
Well, we've given away one
We're
ticket,
gonna give
which
away
is
everything.
fantastic.
Jeez.
No, I bet you. See, someone will call in.
Millennial.
Like Flinks or Aptos.
Spell millennial,
That's
Billy.
actually a tough one. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can do it here. It's M
Uh-huh.
E.
Right.
That's a good start. L Lin LLENIAL.
Wrong.
Dang it.
I don't know.
No, it's
Melon. I can't spell it now. Forget this.
can't
Let's go
spell
to let's go to the next segment, Billy.
479-1080 here to call in to win free tickets. Give us a word to stump Jack or Dave with the spelling. It could be any word. It could be a slang word. It could be quinoa is a
Oh, that's
suggestion
easy
from Bill
for me.
Jones. That's easy?
Yeah, easy.
Really?
Go ahead. Yeah. I'll spell it.
okay, go.
Quinoa.
Quinioa.
Yeah. I think that's how you spell it.
I think you're right, Dave.
After looking at me like that, Billy, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. I can always tell when I actually write it out. It's much easier. It appears that Jack Stein is having an elongated conversation with the winner of our tickets, David.
Good.
Hope
Good.
he's not getting
She sounds like a good person. She deserves it. All right,
You
let's
got it right.
So you want to hear this recording when Jack and I went to
I do want to hear that recording of when you and Jack went down to the boardwalk there. Absolutely.
All right.
Because it's been so cold out, and it was such an interesting story that you told me.
Yes, I know. It was great. Should we play this, Jack? I mean, do I have your
Oh,
permission
yeah,
to
no,
play this?
you can play the recording. I got no problem with
Okay,
it.
all right, here we go. So this is what happened when Jack and I went to the boardwalk the other day. Come on, Jack, this is going to be great.
The wharf, Dave. You know I still haven't been able to find a decent bowl of fried clams.
Maybe you're too picky.
It's possible, but highly unlikely.
Oh, look. It's the ice cream man. The truck.
The ice cream man?
The ice cream truck. Jack, I haven't seen one of those in years. Come on, let's go get some ice cream.
Come and get it. Come and get it. Don't resist me.
I don't know. I don't know, Dave. That guy looks.
What can I get for you, sirs?
What do you got?
I have it all the classics. Look at, I've got ice cream sandwiches. I've got the bomb pops, snow cones, push pops. I have chocolate and the strawberry crunch bars. What you want, huh? Don't resist me.
Strawberry Crunch Bar sounds good.
Okay, and what about you? For you, friend.
Oh no, thanks, man. I'm totally fine.
Don't be rude, Jack. Just get something.
Listen to your friend. Don't resist me, huh? Don't do it. Now, what do you want?
I mean, what about one of those ice cream bars that looks like Mickey Mouse?
Good choice, my friend. Ice cream cone that looks like Mickey Mouse coming up. Okay, there we are. One the Crunch Bar and one the Mickey. $3. Only $3, my friends.
$3. That
Thanks.
seems kind of cheap.
Thanks.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
This ice cream, it looks nothing like Mickey Mouse.
So take it easy, all right? Don't resist me. That's Donnie the Rat. Very popular outside of U.S. for copyright reasons, you know. Disney is very strict.
This doesn't even taste like ice cream. I want my money back.
Okay, no refunds, okay? Buyer beware of my
Wait a
creams.
minute. I know you. You're that Carney con man. I played your balloon toss game at the county fair.
That wasn't me. Maybe decent cousin.
That was you. Look, man, give my friend his money back. And as a matter of fact, give me my money back, too.
Okay, well, it's a closing time for the ice cream, man. Have a great day, kiddies.
Hey,
got to go now.
Where are you going?
He's riding a horse.
Oh, my.
This is a fast horse, huh?
Dave, I feel like we just got ripped off by a vaguely Persian man.
I've never seen somebody selling ice cream on a horse, Jack.
Yeah, that's super weird.
This is weird. Let's get back to the station where things are normal.
Yeah. The end.
Good job.
Oh, man.
Good job, boys. Dave, do you have a headache?
Sometimes, Billy, I wish I was anywhere else.
A pro wrestler. Would you like to do pro wrestling? You might be good
Sure,
at that.
that'd be good.
Billy,
Yes, Jack.
that bit was explained to me much differently when you were in the studio. You
How
said
so?
you said it had a button on it, and I liked the button.
A button?
But
What do you mean?
You know what a button is?
Well, Dave wanted to change it the last minute with the horsey thing, and I went with the.
What is a button?
A button is in a script, like a comedy script. A button is the thing that you press that makes people laugh. Makes people go, ha, 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 ha. It's the twist. It's
Where's the button?
Well, we changed it because you wanted the different ending.
Well,
so I went
what
with
was the
your
ending
idea.
going to be?
the button was that the real ice cream man
Yeah.
comes back.
Yeah, that was the original idea. But you want to do the horse?
Well,
thing.
then we could have had him take away and then the other
We
ice
could
cream
have
man
done
come
that
back.
too. We could have done that too.
Oh,
but
my
But
God.
see,
Wait,
gentlemen,
let's read it again.
Gentlemen,
Let's read it again.
We can read it again and do it.
No.
But the reason I always give you guys a copy of the script with pins is we're open to suggestions for that one. And so always remember, Jack Stein, you can modify material also, just like Dave did, and he ruined it. No, he didn't. It was good. Jack wanted the button, and Dave wanted the horsey. We could have compromised.
Holy Christmas, you guys. We got another hour.
Well, we're going to burn through these headlines like you aren't believing. But here's the thing, Dave. We still have, 2 more tickets to give away here on Flight 1080, 479-1080. And we're not giving away tickets now?
Well, we are now, Billy.
I thought we're only giving away 1 ticket?
No, so
Wow, doesn't seem like very many.
I already gave away the set of 4.
Oh, you did.
You're
There
not
was
paying
4 of
attention,
them.
Billy.
I'm sorry. I
And,
didn't know there was
You didn't
4 of
catch
them.
that.
Then we
didn't
gave
catch
away a
that.
set of 2, but we can give away another set of 2.
Oh.
We can get as long as Dave wants to give away another.
Yeah, I'll give away
All
a
right,
pair.
all right.
I don't care. But how,
No, I thought we were doing
what, are we
more
just
than
going to give them away willy-nilly? I mean, shouldn't we have
need
them
to
do
a
something for
contest.
it?
Absolutely, we should have a contest. We could play that old game where you play 1 or 2 seconds of a song, but make it a real difficult one and see if someone can call in and guess what that is, Dave.
Oh, I got it. This is good.
What, Jack?
I mean, we play a song.
Yeah.
God, Dave.
very
Dave
clipped.
looks like he's about to have an aneurysm. Dave looks so upset. Dave is just.
Well, does this make you
I
feel
think
better,
stacking
Dave,
these
that
cups
your,
is fascinating.
Your acting is getting better. It is. We rehearsed it this time too, and that was better.
Yeah.
It was good. Dave, what's the matter?
Nothing, Billy.
All right, 479-1080, and we're gonna give away 1 more pair of tickets.
Hey, you guys want to talk about, the other day I was listening to the radio and I heard heard a lady, a very pious lady, a very religious lady, call in to a radio show, and she says, "Hey, I'm very religious, and my car broke down, and a nice couple came and picked me up." A lady came up to her and said, "Hey, do you need a ride?" And she says, "Oh no, I'm gonna, something." She said, "Oh no, come on, we'll give you a ride. We'll give you a ride home. Don't worry about waiting for help to arrive. We'll give you a ride home. No worries." So she follows a lady. They get into a car, and she says, "It's just me and my husband." And her husband was another lady. Right. So you have these two lesbians who pick up this religious woman.
Yeah.
And now she doesn't know if she should accept the ride or not.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know if she should accept the ride from these gay people. And at first I was thinking, wow, wow, are you serious? You're that absorbed into your religion that you would refuse help from gay people? What an idiot!
Well, how did the story
right?
end?
Isn't that accurate, Jack? Isn't that dumb?
Yeah, she's a bigoted.
She's a bigot, right?
She's a bigot.
How did it end?
Well, she took the ride.
Yeah.
And she's riding in the car with these two, with the lesbians, with the gay couple, and she's amazed at how nice they are.
Yeah.
And how normal they are. But she's conflicted because now she's got this, her whole view has been changed. Right. So now they're not evil. They're not all that. I know because they helped me out. I hung out with them. They did all that. And she called the host because she was having trouble with this.
Internally. Internal conflict, sure.
I'm thinking, wow, that must be unbelievable to be that religious, so religious that you judge other people, not only judge them, but you would refuse help from them. Would you refuse to help them?
That's an interesting question, Dave. Now, this host, was it a religious? Was it a religious program she called?
Yes.
How did the host handle it in terms of response?
Basically, the advice was hate the sin, but love the sinner.
Yeah,
right.
Sure.
So they're doing whatever's against God's will. That God's not down for that, but they're good people. Right. So yes, it's fine. They're good people. You can call them good people. Don't be afraid of them. They're good people. They are just not following the word of God. Right. So don't hold that against them. They're good people. They're good people. And I'm thinking, you really had to have somebody tell you that? To me, it was a pathetic call. It was pathetic. What do you think, Jack?
I think her honesty was probably a good thing.
Her honesty was good,
topic was
but
interesting.
It's a pathetic view.
Dave,
I feel sorry for her.
I feel sorry for her as well, and I agree with you. I think it is like people who are bigoted don't often realize that they are bigoted. They often think, like a non-bigoted position to take would be, I disagree with the homosexual lifestyle. If someone were to say this, they say, I disagree with the homosexual lifestyle, but this is America, it's a free country, and two consenting adults can do with what they will, and so on and so forth. But to say, that she felt weird and not, almost like they're aliens or monsters of some kind, it's not an active form of bigotry. It's a very passive form of bigotry. And so some people don't know that's what they sound like.
Can it be bigotry, though, if you don't know that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure, man. I mean, I think that people don't. Well, maybe we should ask the callers, but has anyone experienced bigotry in a way where the other person didn't know that they were being bigoted? Kind of like that lady who said all Mexicans vote for that lady's a bigot.
Have you ever done that, Jack? Have you ever said something and then somebody pointed out to you and you go, holy cow? To me, it was, I use the example when I used to say, and it was very popular at the time, that's so gay, right? My bicycle got a flat tire, that's so gay.
Yeah, well, people still use that term, too.
I know, but and then somebody called and said, hey, do you realize that you're offending? And I'm going, come on, dude, I'm not talking about gays, I'm talking about that tire that's flat. And then he says, well, but you're equating it, something that's, bad to gays. And I thought, holy cow, he's right. Yeah. He's right. Okay, and I haven't said it since, and maybe once or twice by accident or maybe joking, but never used it again.
One time I was in the library up on UCSC, the campus, and I had a real good Asian friend of mine, and I saw him sitting in the lobby. So from a distance, and we were buddies, right? So from a distance, I took a picture of him, and I sent it to him, and I said, "Hey, good looking," in the text. Just like this is just a joke, and he sent me a text back, and it said, "Who is that?" It wasn't him. It was an Asian guy who just looked just like him.
Oh, man.
So I had to say, like, dude, I'm so sorry. I saw this Asian guy who looks, because Asian people look the same. So I said, I'm so sorry that I did this. He goes, dude, don't worry about it. Don't worry, but just know it's a little bigoted. And I was like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Boy, that must have been weird. You sent him a picture saying good-looking guy of somebody that wasn't him.
Yeah, so I sent him a picture that just said, hey, good looking, of someone that wasn't him. So he got a picture of some random Asian guy.
You have any experiences like that, Billy? Anything to open up your eyes to a way that you, I don't know, are ashamed of, that you are glad for, that they changed the way you look at things? Can you give me a story like that?
Unfortunately, I don't have any
479-1080
like that, Dave. Nothing like that has happened in my life. I'm always surprised by people that I meet, just interesting things about their lives, people in general. I'm not usually shocked by humans that often, though. That sounds like a rather alien statement, doesn't it? I might be an alien, David. No, I've never had experiences like that. I have not, ever. You know, I grew up in Santa Cruz County, and we were, grew up around tolerance and this, that, and the other thing. And there was, I was exposed to maybe some gay individuals growing up, and none of that kind of stuff seems weird to me. I've had a pretty open mind, and yeah, nothing like that's ever come up.
I got another one.
All right.
I get my hair cut by Latina women because they love me. When I walk in, they get so excited. And I'm sure they say stuff in Spanish, but I can't understand it. But this lady cuts hair like no one's business. She's the greatest barber I've ever been to. And they talk in Spanish, and she cuts my hair, and she tries to ask me questions, but I don't understand, so I just smile and nod. So I walk into my apartment, and my girlfriend's there. She's there with her friends, and I go, man, chubby Latina women cut hair like no one's business. And one of her friends is a chubby Latina woman.
Smooth.
who's never cut hair in her life. And so I go on this like rant where I'm like, man, Mexican women just love to cut hair, and they love when I walk in, and it's so great, and they call me mijo, and it's so sweet, and they're so great. And her friend is just turning bright red because I'm throwing out all these like racial stereotypes. And I'm like, they're playing ranchero music, and they're so upbeat and so happy, and then they have food cooking for no reason in this barbershop that it looks amazing.
Well, it's one of those things where misinterpretation, like you had a great enthusiasm for the experience, and it was positive, yet we can let one-liners fly or say something, and then people just have a reaction of like, good Lord, what is this person saying?
Exactly.
When, at the end of the day, it's coming from a place of, positivity, actually.
Dave, I actually wanted to ask you that question like earlier this week.
What is it?
Because I was running, and some guys were listening to ranchero music in their truck. Loud ranchero music.
I can't stand that.
Well, I wanted to ask you, but I don't want to sound like a bigot. What do you think about ranchero music?
I think it's terrible, dude. I think it's terrible music.
Wait, you say ranchero music? What's the definition of ranchero music?
Let me pull it up for you.
Because I like mariachi music, and we hear a lot of that type. I do, Dave. Gave me the weirdest look.
You gotta be out of your mind, Billy.
I absolutely do love it, actually. And there's another style of Mexican type music, and I forget the name of it. There's a specific name for it. It's style of singing. Dang it, I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's not ranchero music.
It's not reggaeton, is it?
No, it's not. No. What is reggaeton? Is that?
I can't perform any songs for you now, Billy, but check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes. Many a nights going to bed, I heard this blasting.
Yes, right?
From
In
neighbors.
Watsonville, you hear that. And if it's not your neighbor, then it's the guy next to him.
Absolutely.
Dude, so loud when they drive around.
It's incredibly loud.
I dig it.
And then the guy's always, no. What? Is he singing? There he is. You know what I've heard is that the lyrics are really good.
Okay.
And I'm willing to believe that. I don't speak Spanish, but I'm willing to believe that it's all about the lyrics, because it ain't about the music. That's crap. That's crap. I hate to use that word.
Used to like
that's garbage.
Not ranchero music necessarily, but was Freddie Fender. Remember Freddie Fender from back in the day, Dave?
Of course, I remember Freddie Fender.
You know who Freddie Fender is, Jack Stein?
No, who's Freddie Fender?
You should look up a couple of songs of Freddie Fender, because
Before the Next Teardrop Falls.
Yep, that was a big hit of his. Before the Next Teardrop Falls. It's a bit, I don't know if it's...
Is this Freddie Fender?
That's not Freddie Fender. That's Gary Newman, David.
Dude, Freddie Fender looks like he was picking up all kinds of ladies back in the
You
day.
got to play
he
clip of
was,
him after
dude.
the break, Jack.
He was. We'll come back with some Freddie Fender, maybe. KSCO Santa Cruz. We've got an hour left.
479-1080. Dave Michaels. I am Billy Army. That's Billy Army. With Jack Stein here on Flight 1080. Coming up on the weekend. We want your calls. Call in to Flight 1080. What is the audience going to be doing this weekend? What's happening out there?
Yeah, we'll figure it out on the other side.
Grandpa's take over.
479-1080. You're listening to Flight 1080 KSCO Santa Cruz. This is getting rough, dude.
Back in the air, David.
This is getting rough.
The flight is flying. Minor turbulence.
There's some more Gary Newman for you. Again, his solo stuff. This song is called Conversation. If you want to check it out, it's on his album, The Pleasure Principle, Gary Newman. Hey.
Yeah, Dave?
There's no commercial break, so that means that the breaks are shorter, and that means I don't have time to go do other things.
Well, that's okay.
So,
Hey, Dave.
I got a longevity sale down there.
Oh.
I'm gonna take off.
There goes Dave off on his horse.
I'll be back.
He'll be in the cave. Well, what I was going to ask you, Dave, but take that break. Jack Stein is available, and I'll just bend his ear for a second. And that is, we were talking about some slang terms earlier there, Jack. Jack, do you ever heard of the term ear banger?
No. Wow, I'm loud. No,
Ear
I've not.
banger.
I've not heard of that, no.
It's an interesting one. Now, I'm given three choices here,
Okay.
and I'll see if I can maybe stump you, Jack Stein. Which we had the Stein's Mind intro. We don't at the moment. Okay, here we go. Ear banger refers to, is it A, TV anchor person, B, a boxer, a fighter, or C, an informer?
TV personality.
No, it's an informer.
Billy, I'm going to admit something to you. I'm going to be vulnerable with you while Dave Michaels isn't here.
Okay, Jack, what is that?
I hate trivia.
Do you?
I hate it.
But you're okay at it. Well, you're not great at it, but you're okay at it. Why do you hate it?
Because people who do trivia or log trivia into their brains, they think that it's an indicator of intelligence, but it's not. It's not.
Well,
anyone can regurgitate information.
That's true. But the reason I like the trivia questions, Jack, is because many people in the audience will know the answers, and then to get them excited, yelling and screaming at us on the other side who don't know the answers, I think that's the fun part of it. But you're certainly accurate when it comes to the test of one's IQ. I was always a big fan of the Mensa IQ test. Have you ever taken the Mensa IQ test?
I have
Jackson?
taken the Mensa IQ. I'm a card-carrying member.
Are you?
No.
Oh.
I should be, though. They should just give me one.
Now, when you took it, did you take it online? Did you take the one online?
No, I never took the Mensa. I was being sarcastic. I did take the what's it called? The Jungian personality profile one.
Sure.
I'm one of the rarest.
Is that right?
I'm the second rarest.
Huh.
It's like INTJ.
I remember I took that one time, but I can't recall what did I end up being personality-wise. But the Mensa test I was always fascinated by, definitely. And that one, it takes a long time when you take it online. It's about, I think, a 45-minute timed test. And, of course, you are counted on the time.
Yeah, so the Myers-Briggs type.
Oh, Myers-Briggs, okay.
Yeah,
personality
that's what
test, right?
Personality test.
And what does that one refer to? You were saying it's one of the rarest.
INTJ. Let me see if I can pull it up. INTJ personality. So an INTJ, at least I think that's what it is.
I think you're right, Jack.
It is one of the rarest and most strategically capable personality types. INTJs know this all too well. INTJs form just 2% of the population, and women of this personality type are especially rare, forming just 0.8% of the population. So an INTJ stands for... Oh, wow. These are people just like me. Samantha Power, Christopher Nolan, Colin Powell, Elon Musk.
Wait, slow down, Jack. Go back. Who was the first one?
Samantha Power.
Samantha. Who's Samantha Power?
I think that's Samantha B. I think that's her real name.
Oh, the comedian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christopher Nolan, Colin Powell,
Okay.
Elon Musk,
Interesting.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I wonder how they would know that these people are specifically fall into this type of personality.
I think they've taken it.
Huh.
INTJ
interesting.
personality.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what type of personality Dave Michaels has. One day before we go on air on Flight 1080, we should all take the Mensa IQ test.
Oh, here's what it stands for. Introversion, intuition, thinking, and judgment. Because I'm very judgmental. I hate people.
Wow.
Yeah. So cognitive functions is introverted intuition, extroverted thinking, introverted feeling, that's me to a T, and extroverted sensing.
Okay, cool. I'm going to retake that Myers-Briggs test so I can figure out what personality
What did I
type
just
am.
miss?
I took the Myers-Briggs test a while back. It's like a personality test, and I scored like the one of the rarest. Only 2% of the population.
Was this a good thing or bad thing?
I mean, I'm up there in the company with people like, let me see, people who. It's
Not like
people.
the son of Sam or anything like that, right?
No. But it's like there's a
Colin Powell.
Colin Powell,
Samantha Bee, the comedian.
Samantha Bee, Christopher Nolan. That's probably why I like his movies so much. But it's super rare.
What is it?
It's my Myers-Briggs personality
I don't
profile.
get it. So is there? Can we take this online?
Yeah, you can find them online. People can take
What are
it.
some of the questions that you get?
It's like if you're in a crowd of people, do you prefer to listen to stories or tell stories? If there's a party at one person's
That's
house
interesting.
and there's a movie at another person's house, which one would you rather go to?
Did you already answer these questions?
Yeah, I took this
I've
months
taken
ago.
it a while back, yeah. It's an interesting test because the way the test is formulated and the way that it operates is you can't necessarily lie. It's
Yeah.
almost impossible to lie on the test.
What do you
Trick it.
mean?
Well, because there'll be questions to validate or invalidate based on how you answer, given the parameters of the test.
They'll ask the
So,
same question like 3 times
different
in 3
ways.
different ways.
Sure, yeah.
I see. I see.
But originally we were talking about, of course, the Mensa IQ test, and I think that'll be a fun one. We should all take it and figure out.
You know
what
it costs money to take it, man? You know they charge you to take it.
Well, we can invest a little bit here in Flight 1080.
It's got to be like
Down the line.
$150. Hold on, let me look it up right now.
Well, we're going to start a GoFundMe to figure out our IQs here on Flight 1080.
You'd have to be a real idiot to take that test.
Okay, so it takes $40. It takes 2 hours and consists of 2 separate exams.
Yeah, 2 hours. And it's timed, right?
And then anyone scoring in the 98th percentile or higher on either gains the right to pay the $70 per year membership.
But I don't think
That
any of
would
us
be
are going to
awesome,
score
though.
high enough to get into it. You know,
Well, you never
Steve Martin,
know.
who I'm a huge fan of, is a member of Mensa.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd probably get into it.
I think when I took the test, I was off by like 2 points or something. I just didn't quite make the cut.
Yeah, you're not in the club with me and Dave. Dave and I would be in it in a second.
Yeah, Billy. We'd be in there in a second.
All right. Toot those horns, boys.
I'm not so positive. I'm not so sure, but
There's fascinating
give it a
tests. It's
shot.
even
I
fun
know-
to
I
take,
know,
actually.
chicken.
Dave, I got a couple stories here.
yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
One is a follow-up to a story
Okay.
that you and I talked about a month ago.
Uh-huh.
And then another. What are you looking at?
Dude, I'm looking at Ella's at the airport menu online.
Oh yeah,
Holy
unbelievable.
Christmas, dude.
Yeah.
EllasInWatsonville.com. Check out their website. Dinner, lunch, brunch, desserts, cocktails, happy hour menu. It's all there. That's EllasInWatsonville.com. Holy cow,
Hey,
dude. that-
Dave, you know what else is cool about Ella's right now?
Wow. What?
A lot of the planes are flying in because of the air shows going on. So they're stopping in there. They're flying in. I noticed today.
Oh, really?
So when you're out at Ella's, you can check out some of the cool planes that are flying in and out of there.
All right. Ella's at the airport. If you want to give them a call, the number is 728-3282. That's 728-3282. Ella's at the airport, another proud sponsor of KSCO.
All right.
So I got a follow-up story
Okay.
to a coffee shop that you and I talked about a month ago.
Okay.
And then I got another story about a shooting in Michigan, but it's not what you might think it is.
All right. Let's start off with the coffee shop.
So do you remember you and I were talking about the Bikini Barista coffee shop in California?
I've been trying to invest in that. I can't find them on the stock exchange.
So they got their license revoked after the city council
Oh,
deemed
man.
the outfits to be too revealing. Now, Dave, I did some journalism,
Okay.
and I found out that the ladies in the promo shots and the promo videos
Right.
are not the women who work there. Shocker.
Wow, yeah,
Shocker.
real
I was
shocker.
shocked and appalled, Dave Michaels.
So what are the? I mean, I don't want to sound like a narrow-minded, shallow person, but what do the women that work there look like?
They do not look like Instagram models, I'll tell you that much. They look a lot different. They look a whole lot different.
That's the reason they
They
don't want to
look
give them
like
a
meth
permit?
heads?
Is that the reason they didn't give them the permit? Because they didn't?
No.
false
So
advertising,
at a meeting on Tuesday, city council members in American Canyon voted unanimously to revoke a license granted to Bottoms Up Espresso after critics argued that the Bikini Barista coffee shop was operating more like an adult business than a cafe.
You know, these prudes, man, they tried to open up a bikini barista coffee shop in Watsonville, and they got the same bad press. I'm a libertarian at heart, and I'm all for it. I say good, pure, clean capitalism, and let it fly.
So city officials claim they received complaints about the servers' outfits following the store's opening, prompting a community director to speak with the owner. The community director said, I met with one of the owners on January 4th who informed me that he intends to require the employees at the American Canyon store to wear costumes that are revealing as the costumes worn on staff at other bottoms-up espresso stores. The costumes in the dress code are revealing to a degree that business meets the definition of an adult business per the city's municipal code. So basically, they're just wearing lingerie. You looking at these pictures, Dave?
Yeah, man.
Unbelievable, right?
Unbelievable.
So those
dude, I love it.
Those are Instagram models that have been hired to do that.
Holy mackerel.
Now go onto Google Images and type up bottoms up espresso and look at the pictures that are taken from inside, not with the Instagram models. And you will see a whole other side of the world. Your whole life has been a lie,
We're
Dave
going to
Michaels.
like this, right, Jack? We're
No.
going to like it?
No, your whole life has been a lie.
Well, why?
Because it's not gorgeous, beautiful women.
What do you mean? Those ladies are beautiful.
You're looking at the pre-scripted Instagram photos. I need you to look at the ones that are like some dude driving up in the drive-through.
Wow, I don't know, dude. I can't get to those.
Is that a man? No.
So
Wait, these pictures look okay, Jack. Maybe your beauty standards are simply too high.
maybe I only date beautiful women. So
I think that you would. I don't think we're looking at the same pictures, Jack.
I don't think we are,
this
Jack
is
Stein.
incredible.
hold on. I see.
Wow.
You must be because you got to be looking at the Instagram, man. Can't look at the Instagram.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You gotta go to the ones that are just type in bottoms up and don't look at anything with Instagram related because it's not the same.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, Jack. This still looks pretty all right.
All right. Well, it's not the same. And they got their.
Well, I say good because, Billy, I am like you. I think you should be allowed to do what you want for the most part, as long as you're not harming others. But I tell you what, dude.
What?
I don't want my coffee served by you in a G-string.
Well, don't go there.
No, I don't want you serving coffee in a G-string to anybody, Billy.
Well,
It's
there
disgusting.
definitely should be a law against that, but that's a separate
Why?
issue.
Why?
Well, because I'm me and I'd look gross in a G-string.
That's
That's
very true.
That's
but
why.
the real reason why, Billy, is because men and women should be treated equally, right? I don't want no person with their butt hanging out mixing my
then don't get your coffee there, Dave. Go somewhere
No,
else.
listen, Billy, I don't want them serving anybody's.
Why?
Because it's a health hazard.
I don't buy that.
It is
I
a
don't
health
buy that
hazard.
argument at
It's
all.
a health hazard, Billy.
Not David. Billy, have you ever been a barista?
I have been a barista.
Do you get burns on your hands if you're not wearing
It can
clothes?
happen, sure.
The milk sprays everywhere. You got
happen.
sauces.
It looks
and
like they had
syrups.
little 90s on, though, Jack.
No,
Little
but
lingerie.
see, the owner of Bottoms Up, Nate Wilson, told Fox News that the city has gone beyond the law with its ruling, but will move on from that location regardless.
Yeah, well,
So they're going to move.
they're just going to, keep passing ordinances until they move them out of town. But I say it's silly, honestly.
If you go to
What's silly?
The idea that they wouldn't allow it, wouldn't want it there. It's like, who cares? Get over it. Don't go there. If the establishment can't survive on a nose simply by being there, people will talk down about
Billy,
it. Maybe
okay,
it lasts for
this is
6
the-
months and
this is the
closes.
problem.
Maybe it doesn't.
Here's the problem. The city has issued that business its license.
Yeah.
If someone gets sick and can prove in a court of law,
Yeah, if someone. It's all this if stuff. If.
so the city
What if?
the city doesn't want to be held liable for a business that is operating outside of the realms of what
Look.
any food person would be like. That's gross.
I have seen so many establishments around here with cooks and people cooking and their stomachs hanging out and armpit this and hair and
Yeah, and that's disgusting.
Come on.
They shouldn't
So-
be allowed to do that either.
Yeah, don't do what about
Well, but they're
Billy.
using
Yeah,
it
Billy.
as an excuse to shut down the establishment. It's BS, man.
I don't know, man. Because
I think it's disgusting.
in
Billy.
my mind, I would
I
never go
love
there.
it.
I would never go to that establishment,
I wouldn't either.
and I would actively encourage everyone around me not to go to that.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Why,
and they wouldn't
Jack?
stay in business.
Why?
Because it's gross, and
It's
I'll tell
gross.
you. I'll
It is
tell you why.
gross.
Yes, tell me why.
Because as a barista, you're wearing long sleeves, maybe short sleeves, but you're wearing long sleeves.
Yeah.
You got all these ladies out there. They're wearing basically nothing,
Yeah.
and they're creating a thing for you to consume and put into your body.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I wouldn't, if my girlfriend was totally naked
okay with
and
that.
she was cooking me bacon and she brought it to me, I'd slap it out of her hand and say, get out of here.
Put some clothes on
Jackson,
first.
have you ever gone to Las Vegas? Half of the waitresses are walking around giving men and their cocktails and this, that, and everything wearing bikinis. Come on. Absurd, ridiculous.
Cocktails are different.
It's a
alcohol
drink.
kills
You said a
germs.
beverage.
This is a coffee beverage. It's got cream. It's got dairy.
As if cream.
Yeah, it does, and it can carry bacteria in it, Billy.
You guys are germaphobes, I think.
And also, I don't think it's good for those young ladies. I think it
That's the
sends
real reason.
Yeah.
When you say it's gross, that's the real
not
reason. It's
the-
disgusting. Listen,
That's not the job
Billy,
of the government.
listen. Don't go to that coffee shop. You're going to look like a perv, Billy.
I wouldn't
Don't.
go there.
Oh.
I wouldn't go there. But I'm saying that I am all for them being there and allow them to do their thing
No,
and see
Billy,
if they
don't you
sink or
get-
swim.
You still don't get it.
I do get it. I just have a difference of opinion.
Hey,
Dave.
look
I'm a
at this,
libertarian.
this is me on my horse prancing through a parade.
That's Dave on his high horse.
Wait, Dave. Now do you galloping on a horse?
479.
Now do like a prance.
Dave's getting good at
Pretty
you
good, huh?
practicing or what? Dave, that's good actually.
Pretty good. No, the real reason, though, is it's disgusting. That's somebody's daughter out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she's subjecting herself. Maybe she doesn't know. I don't know. I'm sure they're paying more than minimum wage, but maybe not. You got people out there, they're perving out on you.
I say
man.
it's like the old time, Dave.
disgusting,
It's
dude.
through shame. That let that business be what it is. People will talk badly about it in the community, probably.
That's what happened
and
in
then it'll go out of
Watsonville.
business. Well, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
They got chased
yeah.
out of Watsonville.
You get shamed out of something, that's fine. But I don't think the government should be trying to legislate any types of morality. It doesn't work. Oh, that's looking like an even higher horse, Dave.
Dave.
What?
Jack.
Good news.
What?
A caller just called in. He wants to text you the pictures from the coffee shop.
What?
Oh boy,
Dude,
here we go.
But you got to give out the text number. 218
5726.
218.
5726.
Please.
I'm going to close down my ordinary email account and just
excited to
wait
see
for that
these.
guy's
218.
5726.
Oh my God, I'm excited.
I hope one of them looks like Sandra Bernhardt.
You think he's really going to do? You think he's going to send us pictures of his mom asleep?
No, he said he was going to send us. I believe him. He said, "Trust me, Jack. You're the smartest guy in the world. I'm the biggest fan of Flight 1080. I need to send these pictures to Dave Michaels." And I said, "You just got to text him at 218."
5726. That's pretty good, Jack.
You like that?
Yeah.
So, do you want me to tease the next story, or do you want to?
Yeah. Let's see what else we have here.
Okay, so a
We
state.
only have 2 minutes.
You guys know how much I love kids. I want to protect kids
Oh, sure.
from evil predators. A state trooper was shot by an 11-year-old son because why do you think?
Wait, repeat that, Jack?
An 11-year-old boy shot his father, who's a state trooper.
Oh wow.
Why did he shoot him? Dave?
Why did he shoot him?
Because they're playing cops and robbers.
Billy?
Why did he shoot him? I have no idea, Jack. I'm
You
shocked.
gotta guess. You gotta guess. Why would he shoot his father? His dear,
I'm
dear
guessing
father?
it was probably an accident. He was playing with a gun.
Do I say it now or do I keep it?
No, keep it.
All right.
We're gonna break. We're gonna get to a break. I'm just checking my
Oh, boy,
text
Dave.
messages
Did you
here.
get those photographs?
218.
5726. Come on, you guys. You can go send the.
He said he was gonna send him. He lied to me.
Wait, I haven't checked text messages all night long. We've been getting a boatload of text messages.
we did?
Wow.
Yeah.
What have people said?
Some of them. This is about the comedy skit. It says, I guess the boardwalk is closed if you bought ice cream from a Persian man on a horse. They sell chocolate dipped cones there already.
Whoops.
Yeah, we might have got snookered on that one. Hey, Dave, Billy Army seems like the guy who orders a steak at a strip club.
I've steak at a strip club.
218-5726.
You know what? I've never. Who said that, David?
Live
Who sent
streaming
that
sounds
message?
like it would be good as long as you don't have to see Billy.
Oh,
I like Billy Army.
Hey, I look a little bit like that guy from that new movie that Jack Stein loves about Freddie. What's his name? Look at my teeth, Jack. Don't I
You don't
like
look
him?
anything
No,
like Remy
too bad.
Malik.
Too bad. I thought I could play off of that. So,
So
Dave,
it says, I
hey,
like
the
Billy
other
Army.
text.
I think his little skits are funny. It's nice to laugh and not hear about the world's problems. And the latest one is about vaccinations. Vaccinations,
Right.
The fundamental question is, now, you know what? I think Jack, should it be like this, vaccinations, or vaccinations, semicolon? The fundamental question is an individual obligated to concern themselves
That'd
with the
be
greater
colon.
good? I think it's a semicolon. With the greater good think it's semicolon. With the greater good of a community, or can they be selfish and only worry about themselves and their progeny?
So a colon is kind of a semicolon is kind of cheating in the English language, because it's basically saying that everything preceding this is a separate thought from this initial thing.
Yeah.
So vaccinations, colon, and then the sentence is incorrect. It should be vaccinations, comma,
Yeah.
the fundamental question, so on and so forth.
Right.
I got it wrong
Anyways.
too.
No, but the texter that texted in about me ordering a steak at a strip club, I don't even know what that means, number one. But number two,
it's a
I've
insult.
never even been to a strip club.
Steak
ever.
at a strip club is an insult.
Oh, hey, there it is.
What are you
So
looking?
that's one photograph of one of the ladies. Well,
I would
she's-
feel so bad, dude. I would feel so bad just sitting there waiting for my coffee, and that girl just sitting there knowing that I'm probably checking. Wow, that would
Yeah,
feel
it is a
so
weird
bad,
thing.
dude.
Is she a pretty lady?
She's pretty. Yeah, she's very pretty. She's,
she's
you know,
not
she's
bad
probably
looking.
24, 25. She's
So she's right around my.
I think what happened there is that's probably the person, that's one of our listeners, and that's a photo of them because they probably have a thing for Jack or Dave. No, that wouldn't happen, would it, here on Flight 1080? We'd like to spice
weirder
things
have
up,
happened,
don't we?
Billy.
Weirder things have happened.
Weirder-
Like that
weird-
one day where that old man wandered into the studio and played his guitar.
started playing the guitar, grabbed some pizza,
Yeah.
took a bite of it, and threw it back in the box with the rest of it.
He certainly did.
I threw that pizza right out. I can play music. All right. I can ride away on my horse.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah?
What was that last song that you played by Gary?
By Gary Newman. That last song, shoot, I forget which one it was now.
Because you know what it sounded like to me.
Oh.
My Sharona?
Conversation is what it was.
Okay,
Conversation.
can you play it real quick?
Yeah.
It did sound like
Hold on, I got this other song going here.
You're just a viewer.
You know what? That wasn't the last song I played.
that wasn't, no.
No, I don't know which one it
It
was.
The Gary Newman one.
It was Transition. Was that something technical?
Oh, we have a technical.
We have a technical.
Yeah.
We have a technical. That's what it was. Why? Does it remind you of another song?
Yeah, it sounds like.
That's what it was. Yeah. Okay. Here. Let's.
He said, I can't give you anything at all.
That's it, dude. That is it.
That's
You got a
just-
good ear, Jack.
Hey,
That's
thanks,
that's
buddy. I
great-
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Great observation.
I've listened to a lot of music in my day.
Yeah.
Dave, did you ever play an instrument as a kid at all?
Do
you play an instrument?
I tried to.
Yeah.
And Jack, what happened when you tried to play an instrument? You tell me.
What do you mean?
Oh, you
what-
do play instruments, don't you?
Oh yeah, I play all kinds of.
I tried to play the trumpet,
Uh-huh.
and it was the worst decision.
How many days
You
did you
talk
play?
about discouraging. That's a discouraging instrument.
How many days
That
did you
thing,
play,
dude,
Dave?
ended up in the river.
Did it?
And the cow
you tossed it
oh,
on?
What a piece of junk.
Because you get it to make a
It wouldn't
sound
play
at
any
least.
notes. Any notes that I
Now-
wanted, it just was.
You know, it's interesting you say that, Dave, because here's the thing. Like, a lot of instruments you can kind of like fake, kind of, for the most part. Like drums you can kind of fake, or the guitar, you know, some chords. But things like a saxophone, you know, if you don't know something about certain instruments, you ain't going to get something to make a sound, you know?
47910. Jack, you were gonna finish up the story, right?
Yeah. So documents show that a state trooper was shot by his 11-year-old son because
That's right.
he took his video games away. Father
Wow.
took away the video games.
Wow.
Did he die?
No, the father lived, but
No, the son is dead.
WSBT 22 filed a public record request for court documents after his 11-year-old son was arrested. The boy told police that he'd been planning the shooting since school that day. He's now facing charges of attempted murder in juvenile court. He got a hold of his dad's service pistol to do it. So basically on February 22nd, they got a call, the 911 got a call that an 11-year-old boy allegedly shot his father. This is in Indiana, by the way. He told police that he'd been thinking about shooting his father since school and devised a plan because he was done with all of that and wanted it to end. I have a theory. Dave.
All right.
I don't think it was over the video games. I don't think it was just over the video games.
What do you think it was about?
I'm gonna tease it, but I want to ask: Do you think that a kid would just shoot a parent over video games? Are kids that cuckoo over video games?
There's
now?
probably more to it. Yeah, I see where you're going with that,
I think
Jack.
the kid might have just been cuckoo, and the video game set him off. He's just a cuckoo nut, just waiting to go off, and something's going to set him off, and that was it.
I think the dad was physically abusive, verbally abusive, and he took away the video games, and that's when set the kid over the edge. Because a kid, 11-year-old kid, he's got to learn that kind of behavior from somebody. I'm thinking he learned it from his dad. I'm thinking his dad threatened to kill him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Is he being charged as an adult?
You think his
Jack Stein?
dad threatened to kill him over
Oh, yeah.
video games?
No, not over video games, but other things.
An environment of hostility.
Environment
that
of-
kid
yeah.
could be grown up in. And
Exactly.
Then it's hey, I'm manifesting. I'm angry at my dad. I'm sick of him. I'm this, that. Yeah, I can see that, Jack. Is he being charged as an adult?
No, he's being charged as a juvenile.
How old is he?
11.
He should be charged as juvenile if he's
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair.
So if he gets charged, if he gets convicted, he'll do 7 years, and then he'll be out when he's 18,
Wow.
and that's that.
Wow.
Then it'll be removed from his record and all that other stuff.
Has the father said anything on any quotes? Any?
And he didn't kill his dad, right?
He did not kill him. He just shot him. She took the gun away, but saw this is what the mom said. The mom took the gun away after he shot his dad, but she saw her son walking up the stairs with a BB gun and his dad's taser. That's when she locked the door, meaning the door to the upstairs, and called the police. He said the boy said he went into his parents' bedroom with the gun and decided to wait about 10 minutes until his dad rolled over and was facing away from the door so that he wouldn't see me shooting him.
Wow.
So he goes upstairs while his dad is sleeping, and then pops.
You know
him
what
one.
the problem is, though, Jack? Let's say that boy did grow up in an environment, a tainted environment, let's say. At this point, 11 years old, you try to kill your father. Can you really, is he going to be okay going forward in the future like that? I mean, is this an okay person in society now? Or are they simply too far gone? I mean, do you remove the boy from the home, and then by the time he's 18, hopefully it'll be better? Or
Probably years and years of therapy, years and years of intensive therapy, right?
wow,
But like,
you
but
try to kill your
I'm
father,
trying
sure.
to think. When I was 11, what would set me over the age to try and pop somebody? Like what? I mean, do you remember being 11?
Vaguely.
I think my mom was still brushing my hair when I was 11.
Yeah, it's extreme to want to just, take that gun and pop out,
Wow. I don't know, dude. Some kids are born bad, I guarantee.
Yeah,
Some
that
people
does
are born
happen.
bad and they
Sure.
start off as kids.
Oh, I know all about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, man, it just caught my interest because the way that they're trying to frame it is that it was over video games, and I think that people try to blame video games and media for a lot of stuff like this. But Dave, I do think that there are some video games that are a little bit too much, a little bit too
Can you
violent.
give me an example?
Like the Grand Theft Auto series, because in that video game you can go and hire a prostitute, and then you can have the prostitute do her thing, and then you can let her out of the car and then shoot her in the head in a video game.
But that's not meant for, that shouldn't be for kids.
It's not meant for
shouldn't be
kids, but
playing
kids
that
play
game.
it.
It is
Well,
fun.
adults
That
have
is
to
fun.
It's super fun.
assume be the adults in that.
You know what
Did
I
they
like
say-
to do
Oh, sorry,
on
Dave.
that game?
What?
Is I like to get the tank, right? You do the cheat code, right?
Oh yeah, dude, I do the
the
same
cheat
thing.
code, get in the tank,
Yeah.
turn the turret backwards, and to keep firing, bang, 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 and it pushes the tank even faster. You just run over everything that's in your way. Everything, cops, cop cars, citizens, babies in their store, everything in the way.
It's amazing.
Gets run over. It is fantastic. It is so much fun. Oh, but it's. I'm mentally stable. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's fun.
Hey, Jack, did they say in that article what types of games he was playing?
Fortnite. Fortnite.
Doesn't seem that violent. It's sort of a fantasy game.
It is a fantasy game. It's not very violent at all. Dave, have you played Fortnite?
My kids play that. I do not. Yeah, even my daughter plays it.
It's a horribly hard game. It's really hard.
Is it?
And I've only tried to do it once, but it's crazy, crazy difficult. And it's really kind of toxic, if I can use that word. It's really kind of gross.
I haven't played it. I did play recently Grand Theft Auto, like Dave was saying, without the cheat codes. I was playing online. I didn't last too long, only about a week, because every time I go into the room and play, some clown act would put a purple Dumbo head on me using some cheat hack. So every time I'd end up with like a purple dinosaur head on. You ever get that, Dave, when you play online, Grand Theft Auto, someone put a purple head on you?
I never played online, Billy. I only played on the console.
Yeah, it gets weird because they can cheat and everything and crack codes and God mode and all kinds of weird stuff. It's fun, though. Well, it lasts.
479-1080, 218-5726. Any other stories, Jack?
I got one more. It kind of pertains to what we were talking about earlier, but I almost don't want to read it because it's about vaccines.
You know, I got some
Well.
text messages about vaccines, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Boy, that's a great picture, whoever sent that in.
I got to see this
Oh, wow.
picture, by the way.
They're sending in more.
Come on,
What?
come on over here, Jack
The
Stein.
coffee
Check it
sucks,
out
they
here
say,
in,
though.
Oh, let me,
studio.
Dave, can I come in that
Yeah,
studio
take
and
a
look at it
take
real
a-
quick?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Holy cow.
You gotta. Are you gonna post these on the Flight 1080 page, Dave?
I don't know.
I don't know if we can't get away with it legally. I mean, no one is nude. Now these are a bikini. Now, see, why wouldn't you want to get an espresso from this lovely lady, Jack Stein? You guys are prudes. I would love to go to an establishment and get a wonderful double espresso. Is what I meant to say. From these fine ladies.
That's lame. Show me some good
No?
ones. Show me the good ones.
All right. Jack, you are a tough customer. Let's see this one then. This is the first one he sent.
Gotta go to Weight Watchers or something.
Hey, take it easy, Jack
Let's
Stein.
see.
You got another one there.
Where's the other one? The other
for
one
the
was
most
here somewhere.
part, guys, these ladies look, pretty all right, lovely, normal ladies. I don't see.
I don't know.
anything
I can't find the
wrong.
other one. But you get the point, Jack.
Well, Dave may or may not post those on the Flight 1080.
I think they're
Facebook
great pictures.
They were actually nice.
That one's
Thank
great.
you to the Dave. I see you downloading that. Take it easy. 479-1080. It's a Friday evening, Friday night here in Santa Cruz County and the Monterey Bay, and you are listening to Flight 1080. That's Dave Michaels over there. I am Billy Army.
Oh, I
And
forgot.
Jack
I was
Stein
supposed to
in
be checking
studio.
for things about vaccines. See, I got sidetracked.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that is a hot topic.
Let's see. Oh no.
Uh-oh. What happened, Dave? Did we get a text?
Yeah, I got some text here. It's about somebody who died taking vaccines. I don't know if I want to get into that.
Oh, yeah.
What's the story about, Jack?
It's just this guy who was in his 30s, and he's a really rare medical case because generally people are vaccinated when they're young against measles, and he caught measles when he was 30. His parents chose not to vaccinate him because they were part of the kind of anti-vaxxer movement back in the 80s.
Okay.
So the reason that it's important is because he's able to show through his medical records what getting the measles looks like for an adult person, which is entirely possible. He lost 25 pounds. It took him a year to recover.
Wow.
And so there's this, he just says, like, I might be a rare, because normally people will die from it. They'll pass away from it at that age.
Yeah.
So he was just saying, and the person who wrote this article is just saying, he spent 3 months in an isolation room. And it's a horrible, horrible disease that no one should have to get. So it's an interesting kind of medical anomaly that we see now that we would have only seen back in the early 1900s.
How so, Jack?
Well, because people don't get it anymore, at least in the States. People don't get it when they're in their 30s.
Yeah.
But this guy got it in his 30s. Haven't seen it.
Because he was not vaccinated.
Was not vaccinated.
Now, I may be incorrect, but isn't measles related to chickenpox?
It is.
So did this fellow maybe not have chickenpox as a child?
Yeah, maybe.
Interesting. Yeah, I had chickenpox as a boy. Did you, Dave? Everybody here have chickenpox? That's another one. If you get it
Yes,
as
I
an
did
adult,
have.
it's not good.
I did have chicken pox. Yes.
Did it make you real itchy like Dave? And you gotta itch
Yes, it
everything
did. That's
up?
what they do.
Did you ever pick one of them off, the little things?
Gross.
I did that one
Yes,
time,
I
and it
did.
left a horrific scar on me.
It left a scar,
I'm not-
yes.
Oh, you have one too?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I hope it's not in the same place.
It's on my scalp.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can see it, Dave.
No,
Point
you
it
can't
out.
see it, Billy.
No, I
You kidding
can't
me?
see it. All right.
Let me see your scalp.
You can see my scalp, but you can't see where the scar is because it's unmentionable places.
Greg is calling from Live Oak. You're in the air, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Hey guys, I was just taking a bite out of some chicken. Oh, anyway, be that as it may, yeah, you guys seem really kind of pushed out of shape by women in bikinis and how gross they are. I'm kind of wondering
I
what's
like
that
that.
all about.
I like it.
Is this like the Virgin Breakfast Club, or what? What do you guys, explain yourself?
I don't
Why
get
is that so gross?
It's gross.
They have to explain themselves, Jack Stein and Dave Michaels.
All right, you go first, Jack.
I was into it.
I'm happy to do it. I don't think it sends a good message, first and foremost, and I think that it's a bad business model in terms of the ideas that my product isn't superior to, let's say, Starbucks or Pete's, but what you do is you come for the attraction.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of customer base am I going to have when
well, guys that like to look at girls. I mean, hello. I mean,
right, and Dave
happens.
and I
Really
went
does.
over this like about a month ago. A woman actually was assaulted outside of one of these in Chico.
Okay, well,
Oh,
that's
is that
not
right?
Cool. That's not cool at all. I'm not talking about assault, but you guys seem really.
How about this,
really
Greg?
pushed out of shape
How
by
about this,
women in
Greg?
bikinis
How
out
about if I make you a cup of coffee in a thong? How's that? Would you want to see me in the kitchen preparing your coffee with the?
Hey, if it's some good Blue Mountain Jamaican, go for it, man. You know.
Really? I'll do it if you want me
hard,
to.
That coffee's hard
I'll
to
do it
get,
if you want me
Dave.
to, Greg.
I mean, if you guys aren't spitting in it and that kind of stuff, I mean, what the hell? I
Well,
mean,
these girls, they got very little clothes. They could have hairs falling in there. They could have dead skin falling in there.
that's
I don't buy
kind
it.
of, I don't know. I don't know. I have
mean,
to like
guys have
women,
hair
I
and
like
skin,
bikinis. I'm down with it. But,
See, but I also think it's like a societal thing. You know, like, is that the kind of job that you would want for a young person, man or woman, where they have to go and expose themselves in order to sell mediocre coffee for money?
That's
I
a
don't
bigger
think-
issue, though, Jack Stein. At the end of the day, I think it falls upon like I said, libertarian fellow as I am. I say let them go about their business.
yeah, you guys are putting way too much thought into this. If you don't want to look at girls in bikinis, go to Starbucks, go to some truck driver place where some woman that's 70 is serving you, and then you're okay with it. I mean, I don't know.
That's
There's
not the point. The point is that this is bad for girls
Who?
to be doing.
Who?
It's bad for the
Why?
girls
But why?
because
Who's
you're
it bad
putting
for?
you're putting them up there to be perved on.
Yeah.
By some guy who doesn't care about the coffee. He just wants to go there to perv out because the coffee is probably inferior.
Well, then that's fine.
So
as long as
morally
not
it's
drinking-
gross. Morally it's gross, and physically it's gross.
Yeah, what does that do to a young woman's mentality? I think it would be
You ever
devastating.
see women walking down the street with very little on? I mean, that's an everyday thing. I mean, you just.
It
you
is
guys
an
are
everyday
sheltered or
thing.
something.
And like I said, in Las
every
Vegas
single
all day,
day.
in Las Vegas all day long, every day, there's bikini ladies that will serve you
Absolutely.
cocktails at the
There you
pool
go.
and this, that, and the
There's a
other
place
thing,
called
and it's not a
Hooters
problem.
that
And there's also
that's
Hooters.
called-
That's
I think Hooters is kind of gross.
I would be
personally.
embarrassed to go to a place like that.
Yeah.
I'd be so embarrassed.
I only went to Hooters one
know what,
time and
though?
I wore a fake nose.
You know what though, Dave? Greg's gripe isn't that where we disagree with it. It's that we're putting too much thought into it. So I think that's the primary.
No, I mean, it's just okay if you don't like it, that's fine. I guess I don't know why but it just I don't know. I see there's a lot more worse things happening than girls in bikinis. To me, isn't a turnoff.
Yeah, we should have never talked about it in the
can't-
first place.
I
We're
can't
totally
make that
wrong.
equation.
Girls in bikinis
you
don't
guys-
turn me off. That's
You guys aren't wrong. It's just you have your opinion, and that's great.
Oh, okay. All right, great. Well, thank you for your call, 47910, so we can have our opinion.
That's good to know. You guys are on the other side.
I'm not against women in bikinis. I mean, don't get me wrong there. Holy cow, what do you think I am?
Yeah.
I just don't want somebody's daughter, because these are all young women. They're
Yeah.
I mean, you still call them girls in some cases. They're 18, 19, 20. None of them are older than 25. And I think that's terrible, man. I think it's horrible.
It is terrible on
There
the
you go.
level of it would be awful if your daughter was doing it, right? Working at a place like that, and nobody would want
Well,
that.
it's somebody's
But
daughter, dude.
But we live in a big country, and we have freedom for a reason. And if there's a young lady out there that ends up in a
Wait,
situation
but
with that job for a while, similar to being, let's say, strippers. We've heard of strippers
But
who
Dave,
work
Dave
their
and
way
I,
going through college.
Dave and
this,
I
that,
are
and the
not
other thing.
making. Dave and I are not making the argument that it shouldn't exist. Dave and I are simply
No.
making the argument that it's unpleasant and it is a bad business model.
But
Pretty
I think
simple.
you're unrealistically casting a moral tone of it about it, which I find strange for you gentlemen, because you both claim for the most part to not be Christians, where I am a Christian, and I say, bring on the bikinis. So how's that for a conundrum?
Well, because
Doesn't make sense, Billy.
It's called freedom.
You
Dave.
can still think that a behavior or an action is not necessarily immoral, but it doesn't benefit anybody. It actually detracts from society as a whole.
Yes.
Do you remember when Miley Cyrus did that thing at the Video Music Awards?
Disgusting.
See, so that would be an example, and everyone was like, "Wow, that's really off-putting. That's
So
really
you would
weird."
not want to live in a free country. You want more the government to regulate some type of morality.
That is a non sequitur to what I'm saying.
I don't think it is.
I have at no point in time said more government. What I am saying is that anybody in my social circle, I'm taking the exact same route you're taking, Billy, except for I don't agree with you.
Okay,
is that
got it,
I'm
got it.
saying that if it was one of my friends, or if it was one of my family members, or one of my friends of a friend, I would ask her or him to reconsider that.
I would
ask
do
them
that too.
So if Billy came
And
to
I
you,
would
Jack,
shame them into not
Billy
working
came to
it.
you and
That's a
said,
side
"Hey,
issue.
I got these go-go boots. I'm thinking about going to a club and dancing my heart out in these boots."
For money? Is he
Yeah.
getting paid?
No.
Is he just go? I would say, Billy, you go live your life. You go do your thing. I don't care.
Thanks, Jack.
I don't know what kind of I don't know why I asked that question.
479
MZ just walked in.
Hi, MZ.
MZ, what do you have planned? Oh, we have a call here. I forget what the name is. I don't have a keyboard, so I cannot enter the name. Let's see who this is. Thank you for your call. You're in the air.
Hey, Dave, it's Mike from Santa Cruz.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, have you ever gone through one of those before?
No, man, I would never. I feel guilty just passing by them and looking at the place.
And I agree. So they have one in Fremont, and I was dying for a cup of coffee one day, so I just went through there, not realizing how actually bad it was. I was embarrassed to stare at this girl getting my coffee because it was barely lingerie. And it was just like, wow, I didn't think it was right either. So I agree with you guys. Nothing wrong with looking at a beautiful lady, but the way that they were going about this, it was exploiting the woman. It was bad.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And you like women, right, Mike?
Hello, yes. I'm married.
Okay, good.
But it was just like, I felt so guilty. It was like, oh my God, this is. You felt like a pedophile because they're just young ladies in here, and it was just like it was wrong. It was definitely wrong.
Yeah, I think I would feel the same way. Thank you for your call, Mike. 479-1080-218-5726. MZ, what are you doing tomorrow on the Saturday special? You haven't decided yet?
Yeah, I decided, but I forgot.
All right. Well, maybe it'll come back to you right before
maybe.
showtime.
Okay. Or maybe even in 4 minutes.
Or maybe even during the show, it'll come back to you.
During tomorrow's show, it should come back to me.
Or after the show, which would be...
After the show, definitely.
You said you were going to do it with callers. You were going to just have callers call in, and it's just going to be you and the callers taking the conversation where it will.
I'm going to come up with some topics, to throw out. And I do that once every, 3 or 4 weeks or something. And other times we have topics and guests. And so we haven't had too many guests lately. We had you last week.
You had me last week.
I guess we did have a guest. We have had guests. We had the magic and practical joke shop guy the week before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brian Whitehead, yeah. And in fact, I need to get the copy from him so that we can have him be a sponsor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Totally into that. So, and what else? I don't know. I'll think of something. Does the audience want to suggest something that would be very unusual? As Ross Perot would have said many, many years ago, I'm all ears.
Yeah, he would say that.
He did have some big ears, too.
The biggest ears I have ever seen.
I thought he was going to fly away from some of those debates.
The wind blows too hard and he floats off.
I'm too rich to have to answer all these questions.
All right, so we got 1 minute left. Less than a minute. Let's go out with some more Gary Newman.
All right, Dave.
The song is called "Oh Geez." It's doing this. You know why? Because the whole thing crashed and it's not picking up from my paid account.
Gremlins, Dave.
I paid for an account from YouTube, which is it's worth the money. You don't have to watch those stupid ads. Oh, it drives me crazy. KSEO Santa Cruz Flight 1080. Hey, we're out of time.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Go to YouTube, check it out, Flight 1080, the channel. Hit the subscribe button.
Dreams in, I stay